Everybody scream for the heads, eh. Caster too cold, no race, eh. If you enter once, you no fit leave. Today night, you now waiting, we believe. From lobby chats to custom room, ML up, they shake the whole zoom. ML up, a family where they give us love. From the admins to the things we trust, nobody better than us. ML up, we dey vibe till the sun comes up. MJ lights far too tough. Black matter shelling leaf non-stop. Shout out all the teams them, every player where they rep them. Sweaty matches, clutch moments, victory dance with enjoyment. If them ask who run this scene, the ML who be the king. From Niger straight to worldwide, everybody hands it right. MJ say ready, everybody say steady. Black matter on commentary, whole chat going crazy. ML community stronger than love. Admins working non-stop for us, that's why we rise above. ML I'm a piano vibe in the club, from the games to the late night fun. ML up number one. ML forever area. MJ don't like the place, so black matter on the mic, oh. Share you the feel hey. Every night we dey online, squad full active, steady, good vibes. From tournament days to late night crew. ML up, no feel low. Time chain a baba for the movement. CEO with the right management, like the guide like Nepa Miracle. Cypher too sharp, tactical. Black matter, they cast the gameplay. It's down what they play. Everybody scream for the heads, eh. Caster too cold, no race, eh. If you enter once, you no fit leave. Today night, you now waiting, we believe. From lobby chats to custom room, ML up, they shake the whole zoom. ML up, a family where they give us love. From the admins to the things we trust, nobody better than us. ML up, we dey vibe till the sun comes up. MJ lights far too tough. Black matter shelling leaf non-stop. Shout out all the teams them, every player where they rep them. Sweaty matches, clutch moments, victory dance with enjoyment. If them ask who run this scene, the ML who be the king. From Niger straight to worldwide, everybody hands it right. MJ say ready, everybody say steady. Black matter on commentary, whole chat going crazy. ML community stronger than love. Admins working non-stop for us, that's why we rise above. ML I'm a piano vibe in the club, from the games to the late night fun. ML up number one. ML forever area. MJ don't like the place, so black matter on the mic, oh. Share you the feel hey. Every night we dey online, squad full active, steady, good vibes. From tournament days to late night crew. ML up, no feel low. Time chain a baba for the movement. CEO with the right management, like the guide like Nepa Miracle. Cypher too sharp, tactical. Black matter, they cast the gameplay. It's down what they play. Everybody scream for the heads, eh. Caster too cold, no race, eh. If you enter once, you no fit leave. Today night, you now waiting, we believe. From lobby chat to custom room, ML up, they shake the whole zoom. ML up, a family where they give us love. From the admins to the things we trust. Nobody better than us. ML up, we dey vibe till the sun comes up. MJ lights far too tough. Black matter shelling leaf non-stop. Shout out all the teams them. Every player where they rep them. Sweaty matches, clutch moments. Victory dance with enjoyment. If them ask to run this scene, the ML will be the king. From Niger straight to worldwide. Everybody hands it right. MJ say ready. Everybody say steady. Black matter on comedy. Whole chat going crazy. ML community stronger than love. Admins working non-stop for us. That's why we rise above. ML I'm a piano vibe in the club. From the games to the late night fun. ML up number one. ML forever area. MJ don't like the place, so black matter on the mic. Share you the feel hey. Every night we dey online. Squad full active, steady, good vibes. From tournament days to late night crew. ML up, no feel low. Time chain a baba for the movement. CEO with the right management. Like the guide, like Nepa Miracle. Cypher too sharp, tactical. Black matter, they cast the gameplay. It's down what they play. Everybody scream for the heads, eh. Caster too cold, no race, eh. If you enter once, you no fit leave. Today night, you now waiting, we believe. From lobby chats to custom room, ML up, they shake the whole zoom. ML up, a family where they give us love. From the admins to the things we trust. Nobody better than us. ML up, we dey vibe till the sun comes up. MJ lights far too tough. Black matter shelling leaf non-stop. Shout out all the teams them. Every player where they rep them. Sweaty matches, clutch moment.
Okay. Hello guys, hello everyone. How are we doing today? It's another day to witness the Ascension series and another day to see what these teams have for us. But then, unfortunately, Church took a hiatus, and you will not be hearing him tonight. But I do have Fisayo with me here, though. So, hello, Fisayo. How are you feeling today, man?
Hi everyone, good evening, and welcome to day 3 of the Ascension series, guys. We've seen quite a number of teams play, we've seen quite a number of upset comebacks, and of course, uh, a very fast game yesterday. I think 12 minutes, right, Black?
Yeah, very quick games last night, honestly. And also 2-0 all through, no single three match games. So, yeah, 2 hours tops, and that was it, man.
Yeah, indeed. But now we are into the peak and bound phase. This is Crimson Era versus this sign, Black. I don't recognize this squad tag, man.
Drift line, man. Drift line. It's Crimson Era, and that's Deadlock versus Drift line. They are under, actually the whole. Okay, that is interesting. Fisaro, did you notice something with the bands? Please tell me you noticed that thing with the bands.
Okay. On Crimson Era side, everyone has true damage.
Hmm. Hmm. Honestly, man, it's crazy that they banned all through damage heroes in the side of Deadlock, because there might be something they might be looking out for. Dante, of course, locking down the Atlas as the first pick. Wow. that's like priority pick right there if you are locking down a Roma before you even see anything from the opponent team. Don't you
Yeah.
think so, man?
Mhm. Both of them, they did a bit of an oversight right there. I'm sure coming into the game, they already have the bands already sorted out, in their respective lobbies and everything. But the fact that they let the Atlas and the Belleric through, I'm not really sure about this, but both sides, it seems like they're trying to make a statement here. Like, okay, you use a meta hero, I also use a meta hero. Let's see who can get the most out of that hero because we all know the Atlas very meta right now. We the Belleric as well has been showing popping off quite a lot as well, even in the pro teams abroad and everything. Then we also have Rockstar Alfie on the Belleric 2 yesterday. And I think someone else played the Belleric, I think 2 days ago, and they performed real well on it, making those interesting sets with those Flicker Wrath of Dryad. But this time, Othniel, we can see he's going for that revitalize. But, anyways, the first phase of the picks are done. We have Guinevere Jungle on the side of Drift's line. We have Guinevere Jungle, we have Belleric Rome, we have that's the Moskov in the gold lane. While Crimson Era, they replied with that's the Eudora mid, Atlas, Rome, and of course the Melissa. Melissa, we all know, is very strong right now. Good range, good pull, and also, of course, good attack speed damage. But let's see how it's going to fare against Othniel because we all know the passive of the the tree man himself, Belleric. It deals the damage back when you deal basic attack to him. But yeah, Tise on this Eudora. I mean, we saw who was it again yesterday? Use that Eudora and get what for 16, 17 kills. Yeah, for 17 kills in the game, man. It was crazy. I think the person that was the mid laner of Sentinels, yeah, against Transformers.
Mm.
So let's see if Tise can also pop off on this Eudora Black.
Honestly, when you really think about things really well, you would understand that there is okay. I was looking expecting to see an alpha ban on the side of Deadlock because they kept that they had a trend of banning true damage heroes up there. But we see a Valet and we also see a Fredrin, so that's two high CC heroes, you know, banned. That's understandable. The Eudora has been getting a lot of pick rates recently because I think we saw Eudora on day one, right? Alexandra played. We saw Eudora on day two, where it was heavily played by I think Pixie or what was his name again? I can't really remember,
Yes,
but
Pixel, Pixel,
yeah,
Pixel.
Pixel. He dominated with the Eudora. Now we are seeing the Eudora being picked again by Tise 3 days in a row. It seems like Eudora is now the new meta when it comes to the pick rates in amongst this in the Ascension Series tournaments. But then my guy with the Barats, that's a very solid pick. Gonna be supporting Dante's Atlas. Mind you, if you guys don't know, Dante is MJ. So MJ, I thought he retired according to what he told me, but seeing him play, okay. Let's see what he can do. Obviously, the Roma for Deadlock, and on the other side, we do see Zetian being locked for the mage, and that is four magic damage heroes in one lineup. I don't know. What do you think about that, Fisayo? I don't think that's a wise move to make, man.
I knew, I knew you were going to point that out, man. Four magic damage coming from the side of Drake line. Going into this game, I think they didn't analyze their picks completely. Like they didn't go for a pre-picked composition. They probably adjusted to that ad immediately they saw the Barrett. I'm trying to guess here because who else can survive in lane against the Barrett? And seeing as they banned all of those true damage dealers, I kind of had a feeling that they're trying to pick. I even thought they would pick a tank Roma to join all these other tanks that they have already, but they went for their Harley instead. I think we saw Harley in the first game as well from the 12, the jungler of the 12. They banned it in the first 2 games, and in the last game, we saw him play it, and it was phenomenal on the stuff. Remember that massive damage coming in from that Harley. But let's see how Maestro is going to play it here. We'll surely be seeing some crazy damage with those, and also some crazy outplays with those space escape and deadly magic too. But right here, everyone from the side of Crimson Era are converged on that crab down bot, trying to help him clear it very fast to see if they can rotate, or maybe we can see an early invade. In fact,
Mm, an early invade might be possible. We did see a lot of those in Sentinels match last night, and really just taking advantage of that. But then, Crimson Era, Deadlock seem to be playing this one pretty safe. Dante just doing what a Roma should, giving vision and also rotating to that orange buff. But Othniel doesn't want him to go over ball. Fork Lightning and the ball Lightning used up. The Vengeance popped, and that's an early battle spell bait, man. Seems like we might not have Fisayo with us here just yet. But yeah, moving on. Over Evil Moon down bottom though. The
yeah,
man seems to be farming his creep here
I mean,
really
there's really
quickly.
nothing.
Oh, welcome back, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much going on. Okay, that's Ruin using that eyes on you to check that bush, making sure that he doesn't get surprised right there. But the way they are rotating right now, I'm sure Dante already gave Ruin the information that Guinevere is going to be handing a rotation up top. So there might be a potential gank onto the gold lane. In fact, Maestro himself is also ending up top there. So something might be cooking up here, Black.
For
But
sure.
no, 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 no. The thought to cause their name.
The turtle is where Othniel is first. Dante is taking his while to get there though, but he's able to get there. Actually, Dante turns his direction and goes back up top. There's a gank cooking up top, and we need to actually check that out. But then Dante, oh, the camera almost missed that one. But Josh, 1v2, is able to survive. Wow, wow. Funny enough, I actually know that guy. I do play, with him, and he's quite the marksman player. And we see that, okay, he's able to survive that outcome. Senji takes the turtle. That was a little bit of one contest, but Fear and Phoenix comes out in a bad spot. And of course, the special migration for the knockup, Detonance welcome as well. Committed. Senji draws the first blood, and now they do go for more damage dealt there. Dante, with a frigid breath, flickers into the tier 1, saves himself from Oatmeal and Evil Moon. Falls to Tise. Now, we do understand that Eudora has a good potential to snowball in the early games, right? And if Tise understands the kit of the hero he's playing, he can potentially perform really well. But then 1-0-1, that's a great start already, Fisayo.
Yeah, it's a great start. But the thing is, trading the turtle for those two kills. In fact, they even managed to lose one person rather. That's a might guy down there. I think this is more of a value for drift line here, but surprisingly, the gold lead is still on the side of Crimson Era. These guys are very well farmed.
Nah, but then look at the bad spot, and of course the perfect match for the lockdown. Dante shows no mercy in that CC chain. He spams the recall, and now back to the EXP lane because that's where Evil Moon and my guy are going at it. They have to make sure at this point you get your farm up because drift line are starting to fall when it comes to gold lead. We are looking at a near 2k, if not 2k gold lead here already. My math might be accurate, but then Tise positioned well, and maybe Oatmeal might be his target, or waiting for Utah on the other end. It does have the Celestial Armament, but that doesn't do anything because the ball like the fork like the total rat. The ball is not able, but Maestro says, "Leave it to me. I'll finish what he started."
Yeah, just to add salt to injury, Maestro just locked in that Sky Pacer. There's just one stack on it already. Everyone on the side of Drift Line should be very careful right now because even if you survive the deadly magic by a hair's breadth, the Sky Pacer is going to finish the job, finish everything. But anyways, they have Pryor on the turtle right now. There's pretty much nothing that Driftline can do to contest this because how do you want to get past the barracks with the big guy stacks, resilience, and everything all filled up? Dante, all right, Evil Moon will retreat, and okay, they will convert that into an engage as well. Like,
But Dante understands the perfect match is the first one to go for, and now the Fatal Links doesn't catch anyone though. But then the Throne of Ruin committed, and now they gotta take Tise out fair because the boss Maestro falls as well. Second boss done, my guy falls 1-for-3, and that was not the invade you want to make. Driftline will win that one out in their favor.
guy, they lost 3 people there, and that was thanks to Josh's Spear of Destruction actually eating and dealing massive damage. They had their marksman there, uh, Crimson Era doesn't, but of course, Ruin will not let the absence go for free. He takes that turret up top, man.
Mm,
The fight at that point, too, like they let okay, I wouldn't say they let Crimson Era take it. Crimson Era did it themselves by completely zoning them out, but they tried to convert that into an invade and they get shut down. I didn't even see how that happened. All I saw was that special migration hitting one person, but it didn't use the violent requiem immediately. So probably the side of Crimson Era, they also wasted a bit of skills there, and Senji was able to buy enough time for his team to catch up and also reverse that. Okay, that special migration on three black couple to
Ooh,
balance become and
eh,
Fury of the Phoenix.
that was good.
That shows his that was crazy, man.
What the hell was that? Senji, he did fall and took Maestro with him, a jungler for a jungler, so technically that's a fair trade if you think about it. My guy is not able to defend his tier 1 though, that falls, and now Evil Moon in a 2v2. Dante is there with a perfect match, a stun 2, and maybe a fatal link. But he doesn't use it. He doesn't have it actually. He's under cooldown right now. But my guy, he said he does have his detonators. Welcome. The ball lightning and the fork lightning used up by Tise. With Thunder's Wrath, saving that one for the best. Ruin rotates down bottom, joins the turtle. It's all members of Driftline and Deadlock down bottom. Actually, just seems to be going up top back. Senji, especially my Grace and the Slave is getting entry. But the Detonators welcome connect and stones him into the wall. Sort of Ruin connected as well. Right of Crowd used up very low. Not new force. And now Evil Moon joins him. Tise gets the double. Senji wants to get away from there. Tise may get the triple, but Maestro says no. Tise, you've had your fill. Let me have this one. He recalls. Maestro continues his foul.
Yeah, and it's disheartening that in that team fight, nobody died on the side of Crimson Era. Okay, Josh will take that up. Oh, I thought I saw Josh in that team fight just now. This is just like a replay of what happened earlier. It's like whoever has their marksman wins that fight because now Rain was in the team fight and they won. That was a very good victory for Crimson Era, and the lead just keeps getting farther and farther. Now they are going to continue the invade or continue the pressure rather by invading Senji's jungle. But they still need to be careful that special migration. That is one of the most OP CCs in this game. In fact, for the fact that he's a jungler, you can easily secure objectives and everything, even in the late game. Just one bad position is all we need. And we saw a glimpse of that earlier when he jumped right onto three people. If the follow-up had been enough, they could have taken them out right there. But you can see my guy frontlining, doing what's supposed to be. Saying he takes out Maestro, man. That was what I was just talking about. Just a bit of in your positioning is what you need, and you get taken out. Okay, Dante, perfect match out. They don't want to take that fast since they don't have their jungler right now.
Nah, they don't have their jungler, man. So far, so good. If you are deadlock right now, you need to pick your fights wisely because 15 seconds is left for that Lord, and the retribution you might lose it if you don't play this one really carefully. But then let's see how they execute it. Oh, I like that. They actually played. Oh, my notifications. I forgot to turn those off. Oh well, you guys did see that little advert there on my notification screen, but hopefully you don't get to see that again. I'll definitely turn that off for game 2. But perfect match comes out for a scare. Dante doesn't seem to be interested in the fatal links for Ruin. Caught in a bad spot. Oatmeal, half HP, the boss, and his special migration. Oh my goodness, they go away just in time. Ruin survives that outcome. And now Senji, special migration defensively, is able to escape the deadly magic and recovers from that. But meanwhile, my guy making his way for that Lord as Deadlock will not start the Lord dance. They seem to be waiting for something, but Evil Moon, Crimson Gleam goes into the back line, and Dante really holding onto his fatal links here, really timing it well, perhaps waiting for Ruin down bottom. Meanwhile, Ruin defending the bot lane and back to that third lane. Evil Moon in the pass for the True of Ruin for the untargetability. In the 1v3, deck that's welcome for the suppression. And now the Fury of the Phoenix and the 2-1. Special migration comes out from Senji. And Josh is there for the finish. Dante falls. Just wants to get more. Driftline, they're making a statement. They take one out, they start the Lord. Ruin is down bottom, but the fight is up top. And my guy has to get back in there.
Yeah, my guys, they get back in there indeed. Like, okay, they still have both of their junglers though, and we have 4 on the side of Crimson Era, while the side of Driftline only have 3 people. But okay, Evil Moon is back right now. We saw a glimpse of what Evil Moon could do right there. Bro was tanking like a lot of damage. I think he even tanked the full combo from the Eudora. If not for the Sky Kiss, I could have actually survived that. So the healing and the sustain on this Alice is just something else. And we can see right now he is building towards the Athena shield. And of course, I think he's converting that Athena into okay. Yeah, of course, he used space escape to get out of there. Deadly magic is not even dealing that much damage to him at this point, and doesn't even have the full Athena shield yet. But I think he's trying to convert that into what do you call this freezing item.
We already have
I think it's
HP.
trying to convert, yeah, I think it's trying to convert into that guy will be able to soak up much damage. Maestro actually takes that Lord, no dice. Okay, they might be looking for a fight right here, just try and increase the advantage. Perfect match comes out. He has a flicker too, but he's not using it yet.
Dante is really timing his engagements and really being strategic about it. You can tell it's easy. Okay, Tisser, that's a ball like in the Fork Lightning, but you do know Superconduct. He wants you to hit multiple targets to get the most value for it. He's gonna have to wait though because that load is coming in their favor. So Dante is probably signaling to them to hold their skills for proper follow-up when he does finally find a good fatal links onto the enemy team. Driftline in this context, but Dante, Annihilate used up on the minions just yet, waiting for that time. The waves already frozen in the mid, and now Dante eyes on that man because he might just make a move soon. It's usually in times like this that the Atlas might just be the game changer, but rotating onto the top lane, they will have to face this lord that is trying to destroy their tier 2 up top. Driftline, Josh goes in first, he starts that one, and meanwhile, Dante, this might be a golden opportunity for you to make a move there. His teammates are waiting and anticipating. That's a 2-man fatal link with a flicker. Be able to finish with a follow up to the throw up as well, just first. And now they might want to go for another. Dante, very, very low. Perfect match. He falls in spite of it. Tisa is unstoppable. That as well composed at 1 and he spits him out. Evil Moon is not even safe in the tier 2. Tisa gets the double kill. The tier 2 falls. Senji falls 4 for 1 in favor of Deadlock.
Yeah, we can see the junglers. They were not present in that team fight. I was watching them through the map, and I saw Maestro actually go down bot, try and clear the lane. Then Senji saw him and tried to camp him again, as he has been doing. But I guess Maestro was learned from his previous mistakes and didn't. Okay, oh yeah, oh my god, yeah, that was the damage that we were talking about, man. Poker tricks combined with the deadly magic. You know what the deadly magic is on you hardly actually deals more damage when it is on you. That's why whenever you're hit with the deadly damage, just try as much as possible to get as far away from the Harley as possible, or walk sideways so that the poker tricks does not hit you. Because, like I said earlier, once the deadly magic is on you, Harley actually deals more damage, so he has more opportunity to bust you down. But yeah, we can see Senji right now camping, just hoping that Maestro will walk into that bull. But Maestro is also camping. But look at these guys.
Maestro is keeping his distance because, man, the Harley might be the bane right now for Utah and Josh, but the Harley can also be a bane for his team if he does not have good positioning, because the Harley is very, very squishy. Don't forget that, slippery and squishy. And 5 seconds of that next slot, though, they're gonna need him now for his retribution. So might not be wise to make risky plays here. So the Lord has spawned, and Dante don't seem to be signaling to them to go for that. They might just be waiting for Josh or someone that will just walk into that bush, and maybe Senji, don't do it. Senji, don't do it. Oh, Senji walks into their trap and gets busted immediately. Now they have the full license to start that load.
Yeah, I mean, he was just doing what part of what he's supposed to do. I mean, you are a sort of fighter jungle, so you have a bit of part of your task. Yeah, let me put it like a part of your task is to be like a supporting frontliner for your team when you're someone like that. But I feel like whenever you want to enter a bush, usually you see Guinevere is going in with that special migration just in case there's someone in there. They will use the second phase of that. Okay, Yeah, Josh actually survived that, but Sky Piercer, man, Sky Piercer, bro. Yeah, Dante actually went back with the well, flickered in and used the fatal links, but he was able to move out of that range. Triple kill for Tise, actually maniac for Tise. Savage, man, bro. I'm guessing this is the first Savage in this tournament.
Yeah, not the first man. We've seen a Savage before, but then we also see Maniacs as well. But then Tise, man, the man cooked absolutely with the Eudora. I think, guys, it's official, right? Eudora is meta. Deadlock take game one, and Driftline, well, let's see how game two goes. I think it's official that Eudora should be priority ban when it comes to these games because, man, anybody that gets their hands on Eudora seems to be cooking these days. Yeah, Senji, damn. Senji. That's definitely gonna get some attention in the community, man. Yeah. I think we lost Fisayo a little bit there. Uh
Yeah, not a very good game for Senji, is it?
yeah, it isn't, man. 272 definitely could be better. Still. Josh MVP, the man actually put in the hard work, but at the end of the day it wasn't enough to get the win.
Yeah, and not a very good game for Senji, is it, man? 3.7 on that Guinevere. Now, this is not to say the Guinevere is not a strong pick, but it's kind of situational. And I think, if I remember correctly, they went for that Guinevere early. So, which makes this most of the picks coming from the side of Crimson Era actually counter the Guinevere. Not only do they have Maestro on the Harley, they also have Ruin on that Melissa. If they actually see you coming, then the Melissa will just activate the go away, then you can't get near R and you are going to get busted down quite easily. If the Ali also outplays you with that space magic, space escape rather. You are just going to get busted down. You'll be sitting duck and get busted down. But everyone on the side of Drift's line, I guess they played well. Like everyone really played well. The fact that they had silver does not mean that they underperformed. So it's just that Crimson Era, they had that pressure from the early game and they held on to it and also ended the game on a very dominant run.
A 15 minutes match, almost 16 minutes. A very quick match, actually. Drift Deadlock wasting no time when it comes to settling things here. And a great way to start the night. If you're Driftline, though, you don't want to keep this up. You definitely want to see if you can push for a game 3 and at least preserve your reputation. Because we did see Driftline actually get some team fights right at some point in the match. But then, uh, after Tise started doing his thing, it all went downhill from there. So, yeah, better luck next time for game 2 Driftline.
Yeah, maybe just start banning the Eudora right now. I believe there was one thing that actually put the Eudora in the ban slots yesterday. I believe there was one thing that actually did that yesterday. But yeah, here we see the Eudora popping up again. Yesterday, he got like two maniacs, right? On Pixel. Pixel got like two different maniacs. So today we happen to see a Savage on the Eudora. So like Black said, the Eudora is meta right now, but you really need a team that can enable you to do those kind of things. If you are solo queue, I guess you still have to stick to the normal Eudora, stay in the jungle, S2, S2, S3, S1 kind of thing, the combo. But yeah, we are going to game 2 right now. Everyone is competing in the lobby block.
Ah, Driftline, come on, man. We don't want underwhelming performances. We want performances that we will remember. You may be D2, but come on, come on. D2 can always show up, and if there's anything we learned that from, it's D12. They definitely made a statement on match day 1 for the first day of the group stages, but can Driftline show us that they also have that kind of spirit in them? We'll find out in game 2. But of course, guys, don't forget, this is the Ascension series, the final day of the group stages, and we will get to see how Driftline and Deadlock will settle their best of 3. Well, if you're looking at things here, it all starts with the draft, and definitely we're going to be seeing a Eudora ban. Don't you think so, Fisayo?
Yeah, I think we should, but a lot of people still sleep on this stuff the same way people sleep on the Atlas pick or the Atlas band right now because people were like, people are still living in the past. Some people are still living in the past. They'll be like, oh, we know this guy. He's easily counterable, not knowing that with different patch notes comes different adjustment that needs to actually be made. But you can see the first phase, nobody deemed it fit to ban that Eudora. Uh, I'm having a bad premonition here that the Eudora will not even be banned. Driftline goes for that Beleric ban. Era goes for that Marcel ban. I might be building up to picking that Eudora again, but I think the reason Driftline is not banning that Eudora is because they are first pick and they might want to pick it for themselves, don't you think?
Yeah, it's possible. It's very possible, honestly. But counter banning themselves at this point, I don't know if that's a good move. Oatmeal was pretty decent on the Belric, I'll be honest, right? He was pretty decent. Not the best performances out there. Josh had the MVP, but them banning the Belric, I feel like you don't. Okay, yeah, now I've seen another self ban on the side of Crimson Era. They took out the Atlas, and Dante is gonna have to go for something else. But then, don't forget, Dante is a Roma main, so he definitely has a lot of other picks in his arsenal. To be fair, he used to main Gato Kacha in the past, so that is also available. And I do hope Driftline take that into consideration and actually ban Eudora, because that is the last ban they are getting, and they will be opening up to Crimson Era again.
Yeah, I think they are first pick, so they
Are
might
they?
want to pick the Eudora for themselves.
Mm,
I think so.
yeah,
Yep, that's
self
Crimson
ban.
Era taking Eudora off the book. Yeah, the Crimson Era take the Eudora off the book. Otherwise, Driftline might have picked it up.
Mm-hmm. They might have gone for it themselves. So it's kind of like, hey, you know what? We saw what Ise can do on the Eudora. We see the potential of the Eudora. We can't let you use it. We can't let you use it. We're just gonna take it out ourselves. And Maestro, we saw a Harley last time, and is this a good shot? I love that skin, by the way. The King of Fighters K skin, one of my best skins out there when it comes to the. Oh my god! Two of the bans let out, and of course Deadlock doesn't sleep on that, man. Two true damage heroes let out, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Oh, my advice to them right now is just to pick the god because obviously Crimson Era is going to pick that god. They are toying with Driftline right now. You banned those three heroes in the first game. You didn't ban them second game, Abi. But yeah, we'll pick them up and show you the reason why these heroes should be banned instead. So please just pick the god. Nope, but Utah goes for that Sicilian. Pretty solid pick too, though. Coupled with the fact, what did
Oh
I say,
my
man?
god!
Coupled
Oh my god!
with Terizla, this Sicilian is very well protected.
I do hope so, man. I do hope so, because if they go for a god and maybe combo that with an alpha, and hey, why not? You can also add, okay, what are you up to, Maestro? I thought we saw a god. Oh, Tisei actually went for Lilia this time around. Okay, okay. To be fair, the god would have been a bit overkill, because how many true damage heroes do you want to have in one game, really?
Yeah, but I'm guessing what made them reconsider is the fact that they have two heroes that can jump to the back line on the side of Drift's line here. We have Teresa with the penalty zone, and of course, a flicker combo into the Minoan Fury from Othniel can mess up the Mystic Gush coming from that god. And pretty much those two guys, they have a sort of immunity when doing their dives and everything. So there's and on the side of Crimson Era, I feel like they are lacking CC Black. Are they not?
Yeah, it's I feel like the concentration here is continuous damage over control, because if you think about it, the Lydia is a continuous damage hero, and also the X-Bug as well. The X-Bug is also a continuous damage hero, physical damage combined with true damage when he hits the maximum heat. And also Lilia as well, with the gloom, she also deals continuous damage, and dark energy, she deals continuous damage there. So that is looking like the emphasis. But then I've not seen the remaining two picks, the roam picks here and the jungle picks. That's gonna determine if they might have a shift in. Oh, now look at, they banned the glue and they banned the grok, to tell you that they are trying to avoid and limit the raw picks of Dante, because four Romans are actually out of the way. Grok, Glue, Atlas, and Marcel plus the Bellery. That's 5 Roma heroes are out of the way. So Dante still has the Gato available to him, which he performs pretty decently on, and also has the Kufra available to him, which is going to help him against those anti movement mobility of the Terizla when it comes to executional strike, and also the Minotaur, because the Minotaur cannot cast the Despair Stomp if he's under the bouncing ball. Hey, you bought the Moskov. Josh definitely has to go for something else than what he go for the last time. But oh, is that a Hayabusa? Now that's a first.
Haha, yeah, and it actually goes for the Abusa. No, I don't think there's anyone that might be able to catch very easily right here. Because if you try to go for TC right now, TC has that black shoes to get away. If you try to go for my guy has his Firaga, Dante. Let's see what he'll pick here. Tigreal. I feel like I want to surprise us for in this match. I won't be surprised if he actually goes for a healer too. Maybe he might say a Kalea or something. The Gato black, you call that the Gato out, man.
I do know Dante quite a bit when it comes to these tournament matches. The last time we did see Dante play the Gato, he was he was definitely a player to watch out for. But I do see the Purify on Josh, so you can understand that he's definitely using that on the untargetable or the Avatar of the Guardian. We casters do call it AOG. Well, the draft is completed. Let me know in the comments whose drafts you guys are inclining towards. The draft of Driftline or the draft of Deadlock. A lot of boss damage on the side of Deadlock and a lot of continuous damage as well on the other side. Oh, I am looking forward to this Hayabusa because, man, the amount of untargetable in on the other side is definitely going to watch out for it, man.
Yeah, and Utah, there's going to be a lot of pressure from him because they'll be relying on him in that early game for most of their damage. And we all know the Sicilian only scales well into the late game. Guy, the side of Drift's line, I'm just noticing their composition is like too late game focused or too late game dependent, except for the Hayabusa. Even the Hayabusa deals more damage going into the late game, but we know his damage is still decent in the early. Sicilian deals more damage as the game goes on. And if you're looking for one of the marksman that comes in like the latest, we'll have to mention the Claude too, as part of the top three, definitely the Claude. But when it does pop off, if Crimson Era let this game go that far, they are really going to start suffering and feeling it.
That's for sure,
But
man.
for early game right now, for early game, I'll have to give it to Crimson Era because not only do they have Dante and this guy to catch her, they also have the Lilia who can do serious damage right from early. You might actually see a first bloody heavy is not careful. If Arsenal is not careful. Yeah, and they also have that Xbox as well, who doesn't care which time of the game you are in, early game, mid game, late game, bro is always dealing massive damage, man, with that Mr. Fire missiles.
True. And we also have to point out that Tise is already a problem. The fact that he already has level 2 means that he also has he now has the Dark Wave and Gloom unlocked. So level 3, well, put it right at the back. The Lilia is already a problem, but the Sicilian has to keep his distance. And we do see the mid lane though, him just holding his position, and Maestro already on level 4, so Incandescence is unlocked and he's gonna be using it soon. Josh does have, oh, there seems to be a little bit of skirmish over here. The camera has to move and the turtle spawning soon. Meanwhile, my guy skirmishing is out against Senji, loses Viraga, able to flicker away, doesn't have the last insanity yet, and Senji didn't get the kill and has to go back, but then he still has the shadow kill though.
Yeah, Evil Moon is already level 4 as well, so you'll be rotating to that turtle right now, ready to set him from. Okay, that is the Shadow Blade Slaughter taking out Otner right there. But okay, Senji gets a trade down, but no Firaga armor, no Firaga armor, no extra lives for you, Might Guy. So they'll be focusing their attention on the turtle right now.
That's a quick takedown, but then the penalty zone connected onto 3. There's a great penalty zone. Even Moon, he has to pull back though, and the incandescence, of course, the soul spike. Oh my goodness, you gotta watch out for Maestro's burst in the early game because magic damage Gushon. Don't forget that The early game dominance, of course, goes to the side of Deadlock. They go for favorable trades, 2-1, and of course, they have the good lead after taking that turtle for themselves.
Yeah, that which is to be expected. I mean, we did mention this. Dante is almost level 4 right now. He's level 4, and now he has that Battle of the Guardian. Othniel is still level 3, and surprisingly, George is starved of his farm. He just got to level 4, while Rune has been on level 4 for like a while now, rotating down board. It seems they might want to take out Evil Moon right here. The Terizla as well. He's just trying to get him low so that the sword spike and the shadow blade sort out. Okay, there in comes the last insanity as well. He's already very low. If he happens to get hit, Avatar of the Guardian comes out. He's taking a lot of turret shots. Swords, just waiting to use that sword spike now.
It was Maestro made a mistake there and hit the minions rather than hitting him, but then he does connect the sword spike and the Shadow Blade Slaughter. Maestro gets the kill inside the turret. A risky play, but that paid off. And now the quad shadows, of course. Shadow kill, stunned up by the attack table, stable to find Shadow kill. Dante using up the steel balls on the creep to heal up. Oh my goodness, to survive the Shadow kill. Wow. Definitely be taking notes, guys, for all you that play Gato out there.
Yeah, he also had to commit the revitalize to enable to survive that. But that healing from that steel bones passive, bro, that thing just boosted his health like massively. But yeah, that is just Crimson Era taking W's all over the map right now, leaving nothing but crumbs for Drift's line.
The mid lane though, she says a little bit silent in this game. I mean, by now in the early games of last game, we already saw him on a what 400 KDA. But now Tisea is he's playing a bit passively here, but over on the other side, look at Ruin, Speedy Light is trying to get away from Senji. The Space Stomp is able to outmaneuver them, and now the Phantom Step, he gets into safety. Tisea comes in, clears his path. He retreats, but have they? What is Senji up to? Senji is waiting to see if the carry is going to be full. Like, Sangwai Cross clears the opening. That's a Quad Shadows again to mark him, of course, to get the maximum kunai stacks and Ruin falls to the Shadow kill. But meanwhile, down bottom, Maestro gets the Dotsu and goes for the invade on the orange buff.
Yeah, that was a very good trade. Favorable for Crimson Era. When I say good trade, favorable for Crimson Era, because not only did they take the Tortu, but he's also taking the red buff and denying Senji of his farm, while also still waiting for him to come here, to come to the red buff, to come and try and take his buff so that he can bust him down. But we can see Othniel. Okay, I thought he was going to check that bush for his jungler, but Maestro taking the rock golem too, just that added advantage. Now he's a level above Senji, and right now looks like they will be converging onto that crab. If he happens to jump on him, he might actually take him out.
Jesus Christ, Senji got totally unbreakable from Dante, now the AOG, and he connects it there, knocks him up, and Otni falls. Now, they might want to get another kill. Somewhere close, connects onto two in the back line though, but the follow-up is little to nothing. Two players down, drift line. They want to protect that tier 1 more than they want to get the kills, but look at Maestro. Kills is on his bucket list, and he will look for the Sicilian, but then Evil Moon does connect, Shadow Blade Slaughter, and able to get the revamp, but no! Wants to go for the double! Wants to go for the double. The Soul Spike. Utah wants to recall. He spams the recall and spams the emos rather. Meanwhile, Dante with a steel ball is not able to survive this time. The last insanity comes out, takes down Sanji. And Tise wants to finish things off with the Minotaur. Othniel, very low. Sangwan. Go! Maestro! 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 The performance! Double kill on the Gushon. 602. I told you guys. Watch out for the Gushon's Shadow Blade Slaughter. The damage on that thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, especially in the early game, but of course he will pay for that with his life right there. Pretty how do I put this? That was pretty lucky, Josh. He almost got taken out right there, because if it had been Maestro who had hit him that time, he might have died, because Maestro has Sky Piercer now and he already has 14 stacks on it. The other time, before he died, he would have had 20 stacks on it. Because he died, he actually lost the people. We leave it back in time for the Tortu. Tortu goes to, of course, it goes to Drift Line. AOG comes out last insanity as well. They come into the back line, just trying to take them out. Yeah, Utah falls. That's the penalty zone. We won't be able to survive. Senji trying to at least get something for his teammate. But when he used the Eagle Yugi's shadow kill, he did not aim onto Might Guy, or probably because Might Guy was in the bush and he had no vision on him. The shadow kill actually went onto the other members of Crimson Era instead.
Senji is definitely not escaping this one. Dante makes sure of it, puts him down. The untargetable connecting. The fact that Dante is landing those untargetable hits onto a Hayabusa who's supposed to be quick on his feet is definitely something worth thinking about. But meanwhile, down bottom, Utah, the minion waves are already clashing into it, but he's able to melt them down real quick. And the tier ones all through for Driftline, they have lost it, man.
Yeah, they really have lost it. We did talk about how they have the early game advantage, and I'm glad that they didn't choke on it and they actually putting value on it right now. But I feel like if they want to close the game, they really need to close it fast because this Claude is scaling up. The Sicilian too as well is already scaling up.
He's getting up Sanji. Kwashadows and now the shadow kill for the outplay. But can he make the outplay? Sanji gets out of there, but the AOG connect and Maestro falls. They go for the knock up onto 3. They press it on blasting Infinity. The penalty zone connect onto 3. Blazing the way Josh finally shows up but falls immediately. Ruin takes him down and double. T-Set goes for the cleanup, takes out Evil Moon and Sanji wants to go for the kill. He also wants to go back in torn between both decisions. He chooses to go back and farm his own creep. Meanwhile, Utah left in the mid lane to clear.
Yeah, we can see a bit of a glimpse of what would happen as the game goes on in that team fight right now. Maestro was caught off guard, and in the early game we saw him making those clutch escapes. But right now, the damage on the side of Driftline is starting to scale up. That he's not able to make those escapes as easy as before. And we also saw my guy getting busted down real fast, and Dante as well. I saw just the way Josh was focusing on him real hard. If not for the fact that Josh was a bit out of position, he might have taken out Dante there, but he was right in the midst of the last insanity from Might Guy and got taken out quite early. But yeah, this will be an uncontested Lord for Crimson Era. Maestro working on it right now. We can see Saint Jesus down here trying to get something out of it. Since we can't contest, let's see if we can take a turret.
Yeah, it's wise to actually know when to fight and when to push. This the wisdom and the ability to determine when to do either is one of the things that can actually make or mar your game. And in that case, Driftline understands that the goal difference between them is 4k, and the kill difference, yeah, if they get into the team fight right now, Deadlock are more inclined to actually win that team fight and get trades in their favor. They might lose a member, but definitely they will win that team fight. Because we've seen that happen multiple times. And now look at the dominance here. The purple buff, they are zoning them out of it. The orange buff, Vika is also zoning them out of it. And the Lord is also coming. So, it's kind of wraps if you think about it here. But let's see if Driftline can stay hanging there, because they're trying their best to defend. That Lord rather will last insanity comes at the AOG as well to make things bad for him, and Utah falls, and now they go for the dive, and Maestro, how did he get knocked up right there into the back? And Evil Moon as well, who fall. 3 players are down, and that Lord, well, Josh just took it down.
Yeah, just took it down indeed. We can see the dominance from Crimson Era right now. There's almost nothing Driftline could do at this point except just hold on, okay? Yeah, he would not go for that sword fight. Yeah, I just saw Maestro locking in that Holy Crystal right now. This is already at the point where just using the Shadow Blade Slaughter at close range can take out a squishy like Utah or Josh. I've seen that happen before. The Gushan doesn't even need to use his full combo. Just use that incandescence to get like up close to the enemy's face, then use the full Shadow Blade Slaughter. All the 6 blade actually connects and doesn't even to record them. You get busted down immediately just from one skill. But yeah, he's still going for more. I can see him going for magic wand. Hopefully, he's not going for 2 double holy crystal build or something like that, because that would be overkill, man.
That would be overkill indeed, honestly. Tise, bad sports, but he's able to get away. He does have the black shoes, so he can afford to take some risks. Meanwhile, Maestro camped and looking for Utah. Incandescence available. How's Maestro gonna play this? It's an Incandescence defensively real quick to dodge that revenge strike. Man, that guy's reflex towards danger is something that's really sensitive if you think about it. But Oathneil, though, they do hold their own, and Oathneil just giving vision around those bushes. Over to the orange buff, they invade and they take it because why? Driftline are just gonna let them. Okay, my guy might want to chill 15 seconds until that next lord. Deadlock are gonna have to prep the lanes for it, as we do see them do right now. Freeze the lanes and just let Deadlock Driftline come out of their base.
Yeah, if you are defending, please, this is pretty much how you defend. If you're on the defending side, you don't have to go out and start looking for fights. Just let the minions come. Even if the enemy freezes the lane, send your frontliners out first. We saw how Othniel checked that bush right there. Immediately walked close to that bush at that red buff. You can see him doing it again now. He's standing there, hoping that there's someone in that bush, being forced to reveal themselves instead of him doing it. And we can see him taking the long way just to try and flank the side of Crimson Era, but they also read into that and they were camping in that mid bush right there and were able to, pushing back Senji, trying to look for a clutch steal right here. But the side of Crimson Era, they've reset the Lord, and now he's isolated. Yeah, Senji gets taken out. That's just crazy. All the while, Josh was just down, but working on that Lord, on that turret rather. They've sent they've sent Ruin right there just to clear the lane because otherwise, if their inhibitor turret gets taken out now, that's going to be like massive advantage and opportunity for a comeback for Driftline.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah, man. At least it was worth the risk. Sposenji couldn't get the reward, unfortunately. And right now, my guy zoning them out and has the immortality board, so it's gonna be pretty difficult to take down that X-Borg when he's got that immortality. But Maestro is looking to pick up one more kill before the game ends and show his flashy skill. But Senji goes for the quad shadows and marks him with the quad shadows. But well, will he go for the kill? That's the question here. The minions are around and the Lord is already starting to get walked on by Evil Moon. Meanwhile, Tise already doing the poke. Maestro is looking for an opening. Sanguine Claws. They're trying to melt down those minions out there in their inhibitors. Meanwhile, the Despair Storm, Oatmeal. He goes for Ite. Now the last insanity for the early pump. And we might see an AOG follow up. The Speedy Light wheels popped up and Oatmeal forced. The Lord almost melted completely. The burst! Oh, Maestro dodges the penalties over the incandescent second phase. And the minion waves already coming in and crashing in. The Lord melted down. Josh is working on them quickly. He needs more time. And Deadlock don't push their luck. They push back.
Yeah, they push back indeed. I feel like this is a very successful one for Driftline actually, even though they lost two and they actually lost Utah as well, supposed to be scaling up right now. I mean, this is what 15 minutes, 16, almost 16 minutes. We should start seeing some serious damage from Simeon. But the fact that they are so far behind is making his work almost non-existent. And we can see right now he only has three items: the glowing one, the enchanted talisman, and of course the clock of destiny.
Mm-hmm. Dante, my guy, Rowan, Maestro, and Tise. They play their move very well. They play their cards very well. The draft, Driftline seems to have a better draft here, but execution wise, it's definitely Deadlock because when they really took advantage of their early game and now it's starting to pay off. And the late games that is supposed to go to Deadlock, Driftline rather, they can't seem to get a good value out of it. 10k goal difference between both these teams. And look at Evil Moon, the boss for Maestro. My goodness, he doesn't even survive. And the last incinerating already beat it out. Utah has to get away from that. That's the true damage, and true damage hitting onto him now. Othniel forcing out that one Fury and Motivation Roar just to survive the damage from Ruin. And now the Shadow Kills. Not able to find any value there. The Light Wheels and the Phantom Step. And now Santi forced to Ruin. The damage is done. Two members taken out just before the Lord spawn.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we have been seeing from the beginning. Nothing much has changed. They are still holding on to that lead. Everyone on the side of Driftline right now, they are already level 15. Okay, except for Evil Moon, which is ironic because he's the EXP laner. All right, Evil Moon and Senji. Even the jungler is not level 15 yet, except for the main damage dealer as well. Well, that is something, isn't it? But yeah, as we go on to the game, we will see some of these team fights start to get more balanced. But the carry and the Xbox are the ones mostly tipping the scales of this team fight because why do we have frontliners or why are frontliners not tanking as much damage as we thought? Because of course they are being dealt true damage, which doesn't care whether you have magic defense or physical defense. Bruder and Last Insanity coming out trying to reduce their health, and of course, it reduces it enough for Matrix to go, Maestro rather to go in, shut down onto Maestro. That's Josh just working on them right now. He might fall as well. Josh actually managed to escape, and they are still defending Black.
Oh, Sanji gets a shot down on Tise, and now Rowan wants to enter base but doesn't have the minions just yet. Sanji, very low, running away. The Quad Shadows finally got available just before he could escape, and that last Insanity gets it again using the team fight this time. Rowan, 1v1 against Josh. He will win that one, and now the base wide open. Dante basic attacks through and gets the win for Deadlock. 2-0 clean sweep.
Yeah, 2-0 clean sweep indeed. I mean, from the beginning of this game, we have said it already, and we can see the two frontliners, they actually got choked. Not their fault, though. We'll have to blame Might Guy and Ruin for that. Of course, we can't talk about that without talking about Nigeria's number one Gushon, Maestro.
Oh, the man actually cooked. I was even expecting him to even get the MVP, but it looks like Dante will take this one from him this time. But then a win for one is a win for all. The point is for the team to take the win. And double bronze medals on the other side. Driftline, we saw a bronze medal the last time. Now we're seeing two. Damn. I don't know what's going on tonight, but Deadlock just seems to be the better team on paper and in practice. The MVP on the other side. There's no MVP on the other side. Wow. Last time we saw Josh have the MVP on the side of Driftline. Now there's no MVP at all. Wow. I'm speechless.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how dominating the side of Crimson Era was in that match. Now, looking at the medals, Black, Dante getting the MVP. The only thing he has over Tise is the turret damage and the damage taken. Damage taken is actually a very huge gap. While Tise took hero damage and also the team fight participation, he has 81, the highest in the team. But for some reason, they rated Dante 11.5 and they rated Tise 10.7. Kind of not fair, but what do we know? What do we know? The AI is definitely smarter than us. Yeah, kudos to these guys. Might Guy being that steady frontliner alongside Dante, Ruin just doing his thing as the marksman, making sure that those guys are melted enough for Might Guy to use the last insanity to also melt them further and make sure to come in and finish the job. Then we also have Dante too, just being that steady frontliner for his team, and Tiste just doing his thing from the back, 19 assists, man, and three kills. That's what 22 out of 27. Man, you gotta commend. You just gotta commend that it was there for his team. While on the side of Driftline, man, better luck next time. I mean, the Hayabusa was I thought, or I knew rather, that the Hayabusa may not perform well in this match because to be difficult for him to get through this much, not only damage but also sustain. So yeah, we saw that Josh too, the Claude and the Sicilian, they were like two late game, heroes more like that. So I think they really beat Driftline immediately they went for those two true damage dealers.
True. Very true, man. And so far, so good. Things have been really looking good for the side of Deadlock, ending the night 2-0 in their favor. But we'll be going on this short break right now, guys. When we come back, it's going to be game 2. Best of 3 as well. You know the drill. It won't be long. 10 minutes break. We'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.
ML forever area. MJ don't like the place, so Black matter on the mic, oh. Share you the feel, hey. Every night we dey online, squad full active, steady, good vibes. From tournament days to late night crew. ML love, no feel low. Guiding Jenna Baba for the movement. CEO with the right management. Like the guide like Nepa Miracle. Cypher too sharp, tactical. Black Manta, they cast the gameplay. It's down what they play. Everybody scream for the headset. Caster too cold, no race. If you enter once, you know fit leave. To the night, you now waiting, we believe. From lobby chats to custom room. ML up, they shake the whole zone. ML love, a family where they give us love. From the admins to the teams we trust. Nobody better than us. ML love, we dey vibe till the sun comes up. MJ light Cypher too tough. Black Manta shelling leave non-stop. Shout out all the teams them. Every player where they rep them. Sweaty matches, clutch moments. Victory dance with enjoyment. If them ask who run this scene, the ML who be the king. From Niger straight to worldwide. Everybody hands it right. MJ say ready. Everybody say steady. Black Manta on commentary. Whole chat going crazy. ML loyal, community stronger than love. Admins working non-stop for us. That's why we rise above. ML loyal, I'm a piano vibe in the club. From the games to the late night fun. ML up number one. ML, forever area. MJ don't like the place, so Black Manta on the mic, oh. Share you the feel hey. Every night we dey online, squad full active, steady, good vibes. From tournament days to late night crew. ML love, no feel low. Guiding Jenna Baba for the movement. CEO with the right management. Like the guide like Nepa Miracle. Cypher too sharp, tactical. Black Manta, they cast the gameplay. It's down what they play. Everybody scream for the headset. Caster too cold, no race. If you enter once, you know fit leave. To the night, you now waiting, we believe. From lobby chats to custom room. ML up, they shake the whole zone. ML love, a family where they give us love. From the admins to the teams we trust. Nobody better than us. ML love, we dey vibe till the sun comes up. MJ light Cypher too tough. Black Manta shelling leave non-stop. Shout out all the teams them. Every player where they rep them. Sweaty matches, clutch moments. Victory dance with enjoyment. If them ask who run this scene, the ML who be the king. From Niger straight to worldwide. Everybody hands it right. MJ say ready. Everybody say steady. Black Manta on commentary. Whole chat going crazy. ML loyal, community stronger than love. Admins working non-stop for us. That's why we rise above. ML loyal, I'm a piano vibe in the club. From the games to the late night fun. ML up number one. ML, forever area. MJ don't like the place, so Black Manta on the mic, oh. Share you the feel hey. Every night we dey online, Squad full active, steady, good vibes. From tournament days to late night crew. ML love, no feel low. Time chain a baba for the movement. CEO with the right management. Like the guide, like Nepa miracle. Cypher too sharp, tactical. Black Manta, they cast the gameplay. It's down what they play. Everybody scream for the heads, eh. Caster too cold, no race, eh. If you enter once, you know fit leave. Good energy, now waiting we believe. From lobby chats to custom room. ML up, they shake the whole zone. ML all over. A family where they give us love. From the admins to the teams we trust. Nobody better than us. ML all over. We dey vibe till the sun comes up. MJ like Cypher too tough. Black Manta shelling leave non-stop. Shout out all the teams them. Every player where they rep them. Sweaty matches, clutch moments. Victory dance with enjoyment. If them ask who run this team, the ML who be the king. From Niger straight to worldwide. Everybody hands it right. MJ say ready. Everybody say steady. Black Manta on commentary. Whole chat going crazy. ML over. Community stronger than love. Admins working non-stop for us. That's why we rise above. ML over. I'm a piano vibe in the club. From the games to the late night fun. ML up number round. ML forever area. MJ don't like the place, so Black Manta on the mic, oh. Share you the feel hey. Every night we dey online. Squad full active, steady, good vibes. From tournament days to late night crew. ML love, no feel low. Time chain a baba for the movement. CEO with the right management. Like the guide, like Nepa miracle. Cypher too sharp, tactical. Black Manta, they cast the gameplay. It's down what they play. Everybody scream for the heads, eh. Caster too cold, no race, eh. If you enter once, you know fit leave. Good energy, now waiting we believe. From lobby chats to custom room. ML up, they shake the whole zone. ML all over. A family where they give us love. From the admins to the teams we trust. Nobody better than us. ML all over. We dey vibe till the sun comes up. MJ like Cypher too tough. Black Manta shelling leave non-stop. Shout out all the teams them. Every player where they rep them. Sweaty matches, clutch moments. Victory dance with enjoyment. If them ask who run this team, the ML who be the king. From Niger straight to worldwide. Everybody hands it right. MJ say ready. Everybody say steady. Black Manta on commentary. Whole chat going crazy. ML over. Community stronger than love. Admins working non-stop for us. That's why we rise above. ML over. I'm a piano vibe in the club. From the games to the late night fun. ML up number round. ML.
Okay. Wow, it looks like the power just got restored on my end. But welcome back, guys. Welcome back to game two, and of course, it is wow. It was a game that we witnessed right there, Fisayo, wasn't it? But Now we have two set of new teams. The Poppies. Wow, we've not seen this guy since like what? The round of eight for the Mythic Conquest series?
Yeah, it's just right about that. And we can see them, wasting no time putting that Eudora in that ban slot, man. Like Eudora have been popping off a lot for some reason. So just like Hanabi and God last season. Like, bro, those guys were just coming in from nowhere and dominating and making a mess of the whole meta and everything. But yeah, puppies were like, nah, we don't want any of that. We know what the Eudora can do, and we don't want that in our match. Then for the second band, the they go for the Phobios, while for the third band, they go for the Valentina, which is kind of weird, but might be a target ban at someone on the side of TSQ. Or could also be the fact that they are trying to pick someone with a high utility ultimate that they don't want the Valentina to steal away. On the side of TSQ, they ban out the Herrera, they ban out the Marcel, pretty much ban as well. They ban out the Pellegrini too, a very solid tank right now. But they left the Blue, the Grok, and the Atlas open. And of course, Puppies wasted no time in picking that Atlas up.
Mhm. This deja vu at this point because if you remember, that was exactly how the first game started between Deadlock and Driftline. Dante locked the Atlas immediately before even seeing anything on the opposite side, and that's exactly what Flames is doing right now. Don't know if that's like a cheat win con, but well, we'll see the execution. Minotaur picked up, and on the other side, Nolan. We saw that pick yesterday, and trust me, they cooked with that pick. But can Tom Riddle do it?
Yeah, I believe that was the jungler of TAG that did that, and
Yep.
let's hope Tom Riddle can also, yeah, let's hope Tom Riddle can also replicate that or even do better. I'm hoping we can see someone actually do better because what this is the Ascension series. Let's give those that haven't had the chance to shine. Let's also give them a chance to shine. But yeah, to couple with that Atlas Fatal Link, so Noah going for that Zuxin. If you guys have been here for a while, you know Noah is one of the top mages that we have in ML Hub, or let's just say in Nigeria. So very solid mage. You guys should look forward to how he plays. And of course, I'm pretty excited about how that Zuxin actually plays into the ultimate of the Atlas. Then we have Kyo going for that the Esmeralda. Even though there is almost no one on the side of TSQ that is going for a shield hero yet, but yeah, just looking in that Esmeralda for that tankiness and to deter them from picking any hero with a shield as well. But on the side of TSQ, they ended their draft, their first pick phase with the Lilia. We all know the Lilia is very strong in the early game because of that shadow gloom and the shadow energy. So TSQ they go for the Paquito ban. They don't want someone that can give the Esmeralda, or rather, wait, they ban Paquito, even though they don't want the Paquito in the jungle. I think we saw a Paquito jungle yesterday as well. While Poppies they replied with what? With the Claude ban. TSQ also slapped back with a Melissa ban. Now we're waiting on Ashura for the last ban. Maybe go for a jungle ban. Oh, a marksman ban again. They're not really focusing on the jungle. I mean, you guys just do your thing. Then we'll do our thing and we'll see who the best jungler is, right, Black?
Yeah, we'll see who the best jungler is. Wow. And Team Solo Q, TSQ. I've not really heard a lot about these guys. And I don't think I've seen these guys in any previous ML tournament either. If you really think about it. But hey. I don't mind them being the dark horse in this tournament. The glue picked up by Dracula, Hero locking the Lilia. He said did that last game and he cooked. The Deji Diffs you locking the Minotaur. So there are names here that I've not seen at all in any ML tournament. So yeah, MJ, if you are in the chat right now, please confirm if this is a new team. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Team Solo Q, right? Doing their thing. Oh, Oh, what do we call this guy? Black Japan name, or you are the one who is good with giving these guys their name? Please go with something pronounceable, guys. Please go with something pronounceable because how do we even pronounce this right now? So yeah, we just go with the funny. Or what do you think?
Just go with the funny, man. Just go with the funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. What was that? What was
Those stress
that?
me. Those stress me.
Yeah,
I'm an anime fan, but when it comes to this, yeah, no, I can't do this. Oh, Legend Skin funny actually. Okay, respect.
yeah. Respect. And I think this is the first time we are seeing this guy. I don't recognize that ID at all. And, correct me if I'm wrong, but Kyo, I thought Kyo was Poppy's jungler before actually.
Hmm. I when it comes to the rotations and the roster changes for these teams, sometimes they can be very, how do I put it? They can be very sudden, and they can be very
Mm,
you know gradual
feels
as well. So, like for example, we had the case of Zaruken, switching teams, leaving Zen International, joining Transformers, and Kryzen, replacing him there. So we saw a situation there, and that was quite the sudden one because according to him, he was kicked, and I don't want to go into extra details behind that. So sometimes these rotations happen, these roster changes happen, and sometimes they can't be for good, and sometimes they better luck to the teams. Okay, better luck to the teams, and yeah, funny. I think it's the first funny pick since the Ascension series started, so I'm looking forward to seeing the performance.
yeah, indeed. Yeah, let's see what the Fanny can offer right here because looking at the draft, I don't think there's anyone on the side of Team Solo Q that can actually stop that Fanny right now. But yeah, while you were saying something, I was also admiring the new visual on the Moscow's skin. They changed the way the guy looks
Yeah,
now, but
yeah,
those
the
things are also
epic.
unannounced. But it's kind of unannounced. You just enter game one day and see that this guy don't find he's gotten a big makeover. But yeah. For the Fanny starting on is blue, and we just saw TSQ, Deji, Diffsil, and Hero go check on that red buff to make sure that the jungler has information on where the Fanny is starting. Okay, it looks like a fight for that EXP crab. Dracula is low. He might get taken out though if he doesn't. Nope, no. He's tanky. Yeah, he's a tanky boy. Oh, while I was talking first blood for puppies, and that's two for puppies now. The mage and the Roma have been taken out. Flames and the fanning showing why they are if one of the most consistent teams in ML Hub Black.
Honestly, if the Fanny isn't getting the first blood by 1 minute mark, I would actually start questioning his proficiency with the hero, especially when you have a legend skin. Do you know how much a legend skin costs? And the fact that you can get a legend skin for that hero, you have to have some level of look at it! There's the bust! That's what I'm talking about! The tornado strike and the steel cables combo! Of course you have the proficiency! I'm sorry I doubted you, man.
I do really doubt him much, but Tom Riddle doing his own thing just here, trying to get his farm up, and we can see Rono already disturbing him, man. If he doesn't get out with that fracture, but the stacks are still on him, the god to escape, and this will be a free turtle for the side of Puppies. Now they are trying to convert that into a full-on engage. The Fanny just isn't that able to retreat. They are on Dracula right now, and he is mounted. No, he was not able to use that grab to get to his glue, and he will get caught by flickered over the wall, and there was no way for the other side to get through. They are still engaging onto Tom Reed right now using the fracture and the gouge to get out, but no, Kyo actually jumps in without falling stamina to escape. Dracula is still going in. If he didn't get a kill with that mounted state earlier, so his ultimate will be on a very long cooldown. I think like 20 something seconds or thereabout. So he's not going to go for a full on engage anytime soon, just casual poke and everything. But while Kyo is already on level 6. Dracula is still on level 4. So you should be careful about engaging right now because for EXP laners, your EXP is everything. Your level is everything. Now, the team protecting Tom Riddle's blue just to make sure that he's able to secure that blue and not get invaded again. But down board, though, something seems to be happening.
Mm. Something is happening, of course, but then Bludgeon SOD does come out just in time to survive that outcome. Ah, damn. Meanwhile, up top, Tom Riddle, he goes for the Esmeralda. That'll be pretty difficult takedown though, because Esmeralda has quite the sustain on her. He just buy the Enchanted Talisman and Q. He goes for Tom Riddle, expansion and Gorge now on that cooldown. So Tom Riddle is gonna have to work with just the Gorge. Very low, doesn't have a lot of HP there. Expansion and Gorge again defensively. The man survives that outcome. That's something about the Nolan. The Nolan is actually quite sustainable, but damn, the knockups and Kyo will fall to hero.
Yeah, I mean, usually he could have survived that, but the Minotaur now has a kind of, or I think he has had it for a while now, just that it was buffed a little bit. If the Minotaur happens to hit you with his skill, his teammates will do much damage for him. That was like a free focusing mark, but of course, that's full on engage onto the Mosque of the Abdoggion. They won't let him survive that easily. That's the Crimson Beacon, making sure that the side of TSQ are not able to come near this turtle at all. But Dracula trying to get his own there as the as the slap rather into the spread, and Flames will have to retreat. Flames is mounted, and he happens to get him over the map. But oh my god, that the spear SOD missed. Otherwise, he could have engaged right there. But no, they'll be capitalizing on Dracula right now, Black.
Honestly, the fact that they're just letting this Fanny invade the jungle as much as she can and she wants is just well, she's able to get the purple buff though, so that one goes to the glue. Meanwhile, Tom Riddle busy up top trying to push the tier 1. And the way he's just going up this Esmeralda, he knows he has the Gorge and he can easily escape. But then let's see him escape this. 1v2, actually 2v2, and actually, yeah, that backfired. Rorona is not the one in the bad spot. I mean, one Fury forcing the flicker, and yeah, now he doesn't have a flicker. The Moskov down bottom is trying to defend his lane against the Clint, but Dracula is still being a thorn in this Esmeralda's flesh.
Yeah, I mean they okay. Yeah, Tom Riddle's luck finally ran out and he was taking down Flames. Flames has been I don't think we've seen one fatal links here. Bro was like I don't even need the fatal links. It's almost like he's saying I don't need the fatal links to take down you guys at this point. But definitely as the game goes on, we will definitely see some fatal links.
Yeah, for sure. Flames 204. The KDA is actually starting to cook small. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Bludgeon is really playing it very safe. I mean, you can clear the minions, but the man just say, you know what? I'm gonna just let the minions take down the tier 1 and wait for my teammates. I understand the concept of playing safe, but then also you gotta watch out for that Fanny. That Fanny is also one of the reasons why he's trying his best to not feed, the Fanny, because that would not be pleasant. It's only 302 on the Fanny, and honestly, at this point, Bludgeon, this is exactly what he was avoiding. Spear of Misery cannot do much, and 2 cables missed. But he said, "I'm just gonna cut you down with a cutthroat and settle that battle."
Yeah, you mentioned that he was playing a bit too safe, but we can see what happens when he overextends and he gets caught off guard. Right now, the fan is there as well with the steel cables, trying to clear the minions. And of course, she will be able to, but looks like there's a fight right here now. We might see a flicker of fatal links because everyone is all grouped up right now. Of course, the fatal link catches 3 rather, but there's almost no one for the follow-up pair of despair actually connects, but he won't go for it. Ashura takes out Tom Riddle, and they're still fighting. Roronoa takes out X0, and of course, finally goes into that turret and gets them low enough for Ashura to get a triple kill, man.
Last time we saw Ashura playing the ECS, Ashura had a Savage. And honestly, at this point, this is just a one-sided game. I'm going to call it out because, honestly, how many minutes into the match? 7 minutes. Going to 8 minutes. We are looking at a 12-2. We are looking at a near 7k gold lead difference. And the only kills have been picked up by the Mage and the jungler. And so far, the jungler right now doing more split pushing. Oh, wow. Just wow. This Fanny. Wow, oh my goodness. The Cutthroat used up the steel cables as well. And now Tornado Strike! Oh, that is nasty. Anytime he does that, it gets to me, man.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, we'll talk about that in our chat. I can't say that. I can't say what's on my mind on stream, anyways. But yeah, we can see Tom Riddle doing the split pushing normally while everyone is up top trying to get the. Okay, he does a falling star onto him. I believe. Yeah, he was able to escape. But the side of Poppies, they will just focus on the Lord. Like Black said, this is more or less a one-sided game. And the only thing TSQ can do right now is just play it a bit safe and hope that the game can extend for a little while more for them to also get the items. And of course, Rona got mounted, but he flickered. And of course, Dracula will have to make his way out of there right now. He doesn't have he's not rocking the sprint like, yeah, he gets punished. He's not rocking the flint like Mubi was doing yesterday. So his escape is just flicker, and he will have to make do with whatever distance the flicker gives him. But look at Tom Riddle right here, still working on that split pushing, but split pushing against a he actually gets find out Roronoa. Good intuition from him to try and look for the jungler from the side of TSQ right now. Well, I wanted to say split pushing when you have a Link or Fanny on the other side doesn't really work that much because the way these guys can travel, bro, it's more or less teleporting. It's like when you have a chip on your team. If you try and split push, you know you're going to get caught off guard. But all the while, the Lord has been pushing the mid lane. And of course, oh my God, Poppy is taking everything on the map right now. And Bludgeon just got taken out by the Fanny again. And the Lord is still pushing back.
Yeah, they bailed out Bludgeon's Abyss Walker so that they finally can get to him very easily. And Dracula falls as well in the mid lane. Honestly, I'm starting to actually lose my vibe because Tom Riddle survives that outcome 10-3, and we're looking at a 10k goal difference between both these teams. And damn, when you've got this kind of Fanny, you're sure you're gonna get a Fanny ban in the next game for sure. But then Flames in between the turrets though is looking for a chance here. I don't know if that's a good call. The Fanny is able to get out of there. Meanwhile, they've lost the inhibitor in the mid lane, and Kyo is trying to push the inhibitor in the top lane as well.
Yeah. I love the way Tom Riddle actually went for that C Halbert, seeing as he and I thought there was a skirmish there. Seeing as he and Kyo have been having skirmishes like quite a lot, he went for that anti-heal item almost immediately. I think he bought it first and completed his Blade of the Seven Seas later. But okay, no, nothing much going on, just invades right here. So he has an anti-heal ready just in case he happens to fight the
Nah, not
Esmeralda again.
wise.
Okay, 1v1.
Not wise. That was not
Oh,
wise at all. Yeah, that was not wise. First of all, you know very well that the fighting is very good when it comes to. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! 64
wow.
units! What the hell? 64 units! If there's anything that Bludgeon has done in this game, it's got to be that SOD. 64 units! The man got it! Pizarro!
Yeah. Bro threw it from his base, man. What were you expecting? He threw it from base. Yeah, but still the side of things they won't allow them to take advantage of the Fanny's absence and also, and take that Lord. They're already working on the Lord while waiting for their jungler to respond. That just means that the Fanny will be without blue buff for a while. So if they want to, you know, reduce the lead of this Fanny, this is like the best time to do it. But well, what do you know? The blue buffs will be back soon, and they need to get back to their base and defend.
I am still stunned by Bludgeon's aim. Honestly, I am still stunned by that because not even the Fanny could see that coming with all the mobility and with all the grace that she plays with. Yeah, back to okay. What is Kyo up to? Tom Riddle though is still hiding and still waiting. He has to recall back to base, and we do see the cleans down bottom. Ashura just waiting for the minions and perhaps waiting for uh, Tom Riddle to come through there. And yeah, it's not gonna do it, man. It's not gonna do it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Tom Riddle against Kyo again. He knows Kyo is there. He has just been trying to recall, and of course, he will finally recall. He's not going to take that fight right now. Tom Riddle is quite underfarmed, so he'll be able to take the S-mail right now. While his team are working on the Lord in the mid lane, Falling Stamina already committed. The steel cables as well. Monster kill for Ashura, and Dracula got brought back, and of course, double kill for Ashura again. Are we going to see a true killer, a maniac here? But no, they will retreat. The turret has been taken. The minions are marching in. The main damage dealers are still alive. Some are able to clear the shot down onto Ashura, bro.
The girl shot down, and Tom Riddle is in the base there trying to clear the wave. So far, we've seen Tom Riddle do more pushing than actually more killing, but then the Fanny is looking for an opening here. He does see him. Black Shoes committed, but the Black Shoes doesn't get you away and doesn't escape the Fanny's blade. But that one goes to Kyo. He steals the kill. Tom Riddle in 1v2. Make that 1v4. Tom Riddle pulled back and slain by the Fanny. How many kills is that now? That's 817 for the Fanny alone. Wow. I can see Carl in the chat, by the way. Hello, Carl.
Yeah, hi Carl. I'm also saying hi here. But yeah, as the game is going now, Bludgeon should have his Trinity ready. Yep, he has the Trinity. He also has the Warrior Boots, which gives him enhanced physical defense. And finally, he locks in that Wind of Nature. And for his last item, I think he might be going for Malefic Gun. Yeah, he should probably go for Malefic Gun because he already has whatever he needs in terms of defense. So, but he doesn't have magic defense. That's the thing now. And they
Yeah.
have two magic defense. Okay, perfect match connects. If he's not careful, he's going to get pulled. And if he gets pulled, he's a priority target. He's going to get taken down. Of course, he gets taken down. The glue is mounted. He brings flames back, but nothing much will come out of that. They got what they wanted. Puppies got what they wanted. Definitely, they might try to push for the win here. Look at the waves, man. They should be
Yeah.
crashing in one after the other.
I personally feel like puppies are intentionally dragging this game out because this game could have ended a lot sooner. We saw at the 8 minute mark. I mean, we're still at the 10k goal difference. They've maintained the 10k goal difference for like how many minutes now? Maybe 3 minutes now, if I'm not mistaken. But they go for the Lord, which is a safe play. We do know they can still end it even without it because, man, we did see 4 players get taken out, and it was just one. Actually, 2 players get taken out, and it was 3 players left. And the Fanny being the bane, and definitely we're gonna be seeing some. Oh my goodness! Look at that legend skin animation. Wow, sorry, we can't relate.
Yeah, no, we can't relate actually, especially me. At least you have a Lapu Lapu collector. What do I have? I only have elite skins and what am I call it?
Damn,
And basic skins.
damn,
Yeah, damn. Make it make sense, man.
damn.
People that test while some drown, definitely. But yeah, of course, talking about drowning, hero will be taken out by Asura right there. Asura just taking damage right from the back line. A lot of things are happening right now. Tom Riddle takes out Kyo and Bludgeon just doing the damage, but of course the Lord focuses on that base. That base is taken down. Our puppies take the first game.
I don't know if the fact that they call them Team Solo Q is applicable to real life, or the fact that most of them actually go in solo queue, because for a debut stream performance, I don't know, man. I am trying my hardest to look at the bright side when it comes to things here, right? Of course, Tom Riddle, a lot of split pushing helped him out, and taking the MVP 6.6. On the other side, Blood John, honestly, despite what his stats look like right now, that SOD kill, that has already redeemed him in my eyes. Honestly, that has redeemed him in my eyes. And then, yeah, because that was mind blowing. It's not that easy to get a SOD kill from your base onto a Fanny that has a lot of mobility. Okay, yeah, definitely. But then, yeah, of course, Flames with the MVP on the Atlas, and on the other side, Fanny not taking the MVP. Of course, Moontoon knowing how to calculate ratings better than us. Oh, it seems like we don't have Fisayo with us yet. But yeah, Fisayo, that's it for game one, man. That's it for game one. Damn, Still not back with us. Still not back with us, guys. Okay, so we will be going to the lobby so we can play game two. And I do hope Team Solo Q will have something more because this is quite the performance, really. I'm trying my best to look at the bright side when it comes to things. Like I said before, trying my best to look at the bright side here. Oh, they're already here. All right, all right. I like the enthusiasm to play.
You
Let's
still
get
need
real.
to consider the people that
Yeah,
are playing against.
we'll just wait
Please
for
are
Fisaya
not.
to rejoin us so we can get straight into the game.
Oh,
Of
I'm
course,
here,
we're
Black.
going
Can
to
you hear
stay
me?
spend some more time on the stats to really talk to Fisaya and hear his opinions on those things. But he still isn't back with us here, and we're gonna have to look at
Black.
the lobby and interact with you guys in the comments. What do you think about game one? What do you think? What do you think is the win con? I can see Church as well in the chat. Hello, Church. One of the MLBB top analysts for the draft and also for the game. And Church, what do you think the win con for Team Solo Q would be right now? And over to you guys as well. I can see 19 of you guys in the chat. What do you think the win con for Team Solo Q
What's
would
up?
be? Oh, Fisayo is back. Wow. All right, all right. Welcome back, Fisayo. Hello,
Yeah.
man.
I've been here for a while, and I noticed that you were not hearing me actually, so I had to
Yeah,
restart thing and everything.
yeah,
But yeah, I was saying, solo queue. I believe this is their first game here, and we also need to consider who they are playing against. I mean, that's puppies, man. Puppies are more or less up there with fluffy. Yeah, puppies are like more or less fluffy, so they are not a team to just sideline like that. Let's assume it is someone like the 12 that we haven't heard much of, or other teams like that. Then we can say, oh, they're not, but they're up against puppies though. Puppies are strong, bro.
yeah. I mean, the meme that Kirito made, where it was like dun, 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 like the the puppies meme where the man was praising and thanking God for the kind of teams that he was giving in that group. Oh my goodness, Kirito is a menace. I gotta have that man on
Yeah,
live stream one of these days, man, because a lot of people they have a target on that man's back.
one of my favorite Kirito's meme was the one where Poppy and Fluff were about to play. I think who was Poppy's jungler before?
Fisayo, please do tell Cypher that I'm ready. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I forgot his name now. So he placed Poppy's former jungler and Ninja together, and he said they should beat who for him? They should beat Cheesy for him. Then he now used Soto as Nagi. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah, the Ragnarok reference. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I
Uh,
do. I do. You can't beat me.
they
Yeah,
were like,
I know.
who can beat him? He can't beat him. Yeah, he can.
Oh my goodness, the memes, the memes, man, the memes. Oh,
But
okay.
the game back.
Yeah, of course, we're back into the draft pick for game two. Team Solo Q and Puppies. This time around, Team Solo Q will be the one on first pick, and Puppies will be the one second pick. And well, we do see the bans come through, and I was expecting to see a Fanny first ban because the level of impact that Fanny had in that game was phenomenal. And you know, well, hey, let's see how it goes. They're still in their first set of bans, man.
Let's see how it goes indeed, because TSQ they still believe that the Herrera for them is more of a problem than the Fanny. If Poppy still decide to go for the Fanny, they can just go for yeah, and of course they also believe that the Atlas is more of a problem for them than the Fanny. Uh more or less the Fanny has like a lot of counters and also a lot of things to consider before you even think of picking the Fanny. But since they're not banning it out, I'm guessing they are trying to build their composition around something to counter that if Poppy is actually trying and go for it again. But Poppy is banning that Eudora out right now. Pretty sure probably Bruno can't play that hero as well. So it's like, nah, you know what? Let's just ban this stuff out, Jerry. Or since they're not first pick right now, they are like, we banned it in the first game. Let's just keep banning this hero. Then the Belleric also stays banned, and the Marcel stays banned as well. And yeah, the Paquito also stays banned. So the first pick now, let's see what they go for. The last time the first pick was Atlas, but the Atlas was taken out, is taken out this time. So let's see Tom Riddle. Pretty sure he's going to swap over to probably the Mage or the Roma or the EXP laner. You don't want to first pick your jungler in this kind of match. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. The fact that they actually completely ignored the funny and said it's not worth the first set of bans. My goodness. Team Solo Q definitely have the goal to face that again. They say, you know what? We're not gonna buy your funny. Bring it on. They leave it open, and now Poppies, will they leverage on it? Or will the Japanese guy, the new guy, because that's what I'm gonna call him. I've not seen him on Poppies lineup for a while now, and I also don't see Brainy here. So yeah, I think Poppies can hold their own since they've got the Japanese guy.
The Japanese guy. Yeah, thinking about it now, Poppies, they've really messed up the something. Flames is their EXP laner, if I remember correctly. And Kyo is the jungler. Yeah, I remember now. Kyo is the jungler, Flames is the EXP laner, Brainy is the Roma, Ashura. Now Ashura is out actually. Shiro is now in. So what's Kyo and Flames going to play?
Oh, we've seen this kind of roster rotation when it
Yeah.
comes to lane rotation when it comes to Eternal Void. We see them do this sometimes where they send Void Hacker to Roma. Then they of course. What were you expecting? What were you expecting? Honestly, what was the plan? You ignored the funny ban. And with the level of performance the Fanny had, of course they were going to pick the Fanny again. I literally just talked about this. Anyways, back to what I was saying before. We've seen this kind of lane rotation with Eternal Void, where Eternal Void would sometimes rearrange their players' lanes and try to make things work. I suppose sometimes they do make it work. But when they face top teams like Astro, they tend to go back to their original lanes like Conquest and Void Hacker going back to the gold lane. You get the idea from there. Cheesy jungle and all that. But Bludgeon leaving behind the Moskov and going for the Ixia. Wow. High mobility to zero mobility. Okay.
Yeah, and still facing up against the Fanny here. But I like to think Team Solo Q they have a plan for this Fanny. That was why they let it through. I want to think that they have a plan for it. But if they are yet to pick their Roma and the EXP laner, I would have said they are probably going for something like a Badang or
Let me sit down.
who else can count? Okay, maybe a Kufra, but they picked their EXP laner, they picked their Roma. I'm guessing that was what made the Japanese guy also, yeah, very funny calling him Japanese guy, but that's what made him also pick the
Mm-hmm. Very funny calling Japanese guy here, but they do give him over that funny. And well, whatever happens, wow. We see the Kufra being picked up by Flames. Last time we saw the Kufra being picked up was by Immortal, and that didn't exactly go so well. So let's see if Flames can rewrite history. Hmm. So let's see who's in with us again. Well, Team Solo Q, Tom Riddle leaving behind in Nolan and going for the backs here. That's the jungler. And
yeah.
wow, the fact that they are not even going for mobile heroes to try to evade this funny Fisayo, I admire the goals of Team Solo Q.
Yeah, and that's just too much damage, bro. Too much tank, bro. That's just too much tank. So where's that damage coming from? Mainly for ah no no. It's like I usually say, someone on the side of Poppies really needs to go to sleep real fast. Because if they actually go for that free, are going to be of course they go for the carry. Now the frontliners are more or less useless, man.
I I am trying my best to understand how Team Solo Q wants to make this work because first of all, they did not go for burst damage heroes. They went for continuous damage heroes. The Valet is a continuous damage mage, and the Baxter is also a continuous damage jungler because he deals damage primarily with his Tortoise Poisons and the Shield of Spirit. So I'm trying my best to understand how they're going to execute this. The Fanny is a high burst damage assassin. So she comes in, deals damage, and leaves immediately. Now, I understand if you want to counter with the Valet, boss fireball when he uses the Vengeance Flame, because that's the stun. But that Flames moves slowly. The Fanny is much faster than that. You also have to consider that as well. And on the other side, Puppies have sufficient CC. Like, Okpo is plenty. Vexana, Alice, Kufra, Kaja. Honestly, draft wise, I'm inclining towards Puppies here.
Yeah, Pop is there indeed, and they really want to end this game fast. I'm not gonna lie, because the way they drafted is uh, uh overkill, honestly. Because if the Kaja use the divine binding and manages to catch one or two people, all the Vex has to do is just use the eternal guard. So not only are you going to get pulled, not only are you going to get restricted to a particular area, you're also going to be getting knocked up, even terrified, even if the Vexana combines the ultimate with that deadly grasp. But yeah, this is not going to be a very good game for TSQ generally.
True, true. And I think we can also use the word specifically here because I can begin to list the amount of heroes that the Fanny is going to counter, much very hard in this match. Bludgeon for one, definitely going to be a tough time for him because man, he's going to be pressing that flicker a lot of times in this match. And we see an early flicker being baited out from Roronwa here. It looks like Team Soloki are really trying to take advantage of this their tank line of they do have the Baxia and the Camellia at the same time, but meanwhile Japanese guy making an invade on the bot jungle.
Yeah, I mean, but kudos to him. He's not taking. Okay, they are jumping on Tom Riddle right now. This might be a potential first blood, but no, they finally decide to retreat instead. But no, Flames still going in. Yeah, Bruno had managed to land that deadly grasp, and he's stunned. Roronoa. The boss fireballs are dealing massive damage to him right now. He needs to escape. The power of Ashen is still on him as well, dealing damage. Flames trying to protect his mid laner, but they have vision that Bludgeon 2 is already there. But yeah, good discipline coming from the Fanny, knowing that the enemy this time is, a tank. He won't be able to be as dominant as he was in the last game, just taking out everyone left and right. So he just took the rock crab, a bit of an added advantage for himself, denying the enemy as well their pick. Look at Shiro cutting the lane right here, and there is nothing Ashin can do except just watch, bro. Unless he's lagging.
I do hope that's not the case with Sayo because man, if they do lose this game, that's the end of the best of three. This is the second game. The first game went in favor of Poppies. That Purple buff will look at Dracula. He doesn't even have a level 4. And the Camino goes in first, doesn't have the level 3. Team Solo Q already on that farm. Then the glue almost catching the Fanny, but the Fanny is still faster. Flames though, first blood drawn on his head. Ashen gets the kill, and Shiro trying for a 1v3 here. A Japanese guy picks up Tom Riddle. Of course, the camera missed that one, but it's also still available for the taking, and Shiro still trying to make it difficult for Dracula on the mid lane.
Yeah, I'm guessing Riddle decided to go for the Fanny's blue buff in exchange for the turtle, but he didn't factor into it that the Fanny might just ignore the turtle and come for his blue immediately. So he got caught right there and he was taken out. But right now both of them are here. The Fanny has his blue. Tom Riddle does not have his any of his buffs though. Okay, yep, a full on engage block.
Yeah, full on engage, they go for it. Ashen falls first, and maybe a double here. But then they want to go for it. Oh, Cutthroat doesn't even find the kill. The Valet is doing a good job with that boss fireballs, getting the stuns in. And now the Eternal Guard, of course, Slays doesn't let him go away. He doesn't let him escape, rather. They go for the Tortu, and now the Full Barrage, Bludgeon opens it up. Flames very low, is able to get out of there. But meanwhile, that Fanny is still coming. The Tortu taken, and the Fanny actually retreats. Shiro gets taken down. Bludgeon gets the kill. Flames has to pull back, and I take it back. Team Solo Q might actually be holding on in this game.
Yeah, it felt like the Moscow, okay, just try and retreat, man. Just try and retreat. man. Oh my God, that is what experience does to you. That's what experience does to you. Okay, he jumping on flames right now. He has to use that soaring wings to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Dracula, why did you step out of that bush? There was an ambush cooking. Just wait for them to come out. But they already have information that Dracula is around here. So you can see that their own team is also coming in for the counter engage. They catches X hero of guard. Okay, that's a divine binding catches two.
Of course, they clean up and Bludgeon! Oh, Bludgeon! Oh my God, Bludgeon! What the hell? Double kill picked up and almost a triple. Double kill and double kill. Oh my goodness, Team Solo Q. What was that execution, Fisayo? Wow.
Yeah, before that engage down, but I was about to mention that Bludgeon trading that mobility on the Moscow for the Ixia seems to be paying dividends because he actually got, I think, two assists right before that engage over there. Now he's on 303. That is 3 kills and 3 assists right now. They're dropping on Shiro too. Throne of Ruin might be used up, but no, they gave him no chance to use that Throne of Ruin. Bludgeon, looking at his build right now, he seems to be going for the Steel Halberd. There's an invade on the blue buff of the Baxter. But he doesn't seem to notice. They are too focused on the kill. Oh my God, this is going to bite them back. This is going to come back and bite them in the hand later, right? Actually.
Look, notice how they're all moving together, man. Bludgeon leaving his lane more frequently and just moving out with at least one tank. It's either he moves with the glue, or he moves with the Camilla, or he moves with the Baxia. Do not move alone unless you just be easy pickings for the Fanny. And look at them, check the bushes, and the Fanny has to relocate because now they're doing what she did to them. They've taken her own purple Throne of Ruin, immobilizes 3, and now the damage and the burst flames get the kill though, and they're moving through inside the turret, and now Flop Barrage Bludgeon, perfect positioning there, gets the flicker, gets plays, takes him down. Kyo finds Ashen into the turret. They're trying to take safety in there. Bludgeon is still available though, and Roronoa are waiting for the Deadly Grasp to be available, but that is still on that cooldown for now.
Yeah, we also have to mention Dracula on this hero, just being a menace, slowing everyone down, dealing continuous damage to them, making sure that his team have someone to, take out. Him not being Tom Brady actually take the second turtle, man. Yeah, that was the second turtle. So
Mm-hmm.
we are still going to be a third turtle here. They want to jump on X hero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kyo is low already. You should be careful, man. Definitely, he's going to go in for that cutthroat. He was able to. No, he was not able to take him out, but they did take out that turret right there.
Yeah, I think Japanese guy might be having a lot of pressure on him right now because he's not been able to pick up those kills recently. Last time he went for Bludgeon, he died. Now the second time he went for Hero, he was not successful. And Flames as well, getting pulled back into the Flump Barrage, and Bludgeon third. 504. That KD is looking good. They're gonna be prioritizing him right now because of Brother Connectors. Run wild, they put him down. Wow. Team Solo Q. Okay. Against expectations are actually cooking. You might say game 3.
Yeah, we might see a game three actually if they are not able to shut down Bludgeon right now because he is unstoppable. But all the kudos should be given to Bludgeon. I mentioned earlier that the Valer is also playing a very big part in this stuff, slowing them down and making sure that their health is low enough for Bludgeon to execute. I'm actually surprised. Okay, yeah, he's beating towards this right now. He's beating towards the Sky Piercer immediately after the Sea Halberd. So we went for the slow item. Okay, they are jumping on flames right now. That is one thing with the Kaja. The Kaja is just not that tanky. Oh, you actually managed to take down that Kaja even though he was under the turret. Kyo takes out Ashin. The Throne of Ruin is at the back. They should be careful. Okay, that's a full-on barrage. Sky Piercer got built, and also he has started taking kills almost immediately. The Fanny might fall too because there's Sky Piercer, but no, he got shot down, and Dracula actually takes out the Fanny as well. The Fanny did her job, but she died in the process. Really not worth it, but it's very worth it because she got a shutdown kill.
Jesus, man. Team Solo Q. These guys are putting on the performance that the spectators and the casters definitely couldn't see coming because how? We thought Poppies had the bear draft and the bear execution, but Team Solo Q says, hold my bear, watch me cook. And they are actually cooking. They have the gold lead 1k. But Poppies though, don't write these guys out. The Vengeance Flame pop by Dracula, slowing down the Fanny real good. And now Fanny able to get out of there. The Lord almost melted down completely. Where's the retribution where you need it from? Brad takes down Flames. Tom Riddle gets the Lord. And now in the bad spot, 0-4 gives Brojon a double. 9-1-5 for the Ixia. Damn.
Guy, Bludgeon is cooking right now. He is cooking and he's not burning the kitchen actually. He's actually cooking something aromatic and it looks like he's going to be given the red buff. Yeah, he's going to be given the red buff, and now his damage is going to, be a bit more. Okay, Kyo2 has that red buff right now, but compared to Bludgeon, who is more of an AoE hero, Kyo is you have to attack one person. And if Flame doesn't get that divine being right, it's going to be a bit of a problem while they are defending.
Yeah, you gotta be careful though because puppies, these guys can just pull the rug from underneath their face. They can't get complacent. They can't afford to at all. You gotta play strategic, gotta play tactically though. Do not ignore your waves as well. We do see Japanese guy go down bottom and the Lord melted down quickly by that minion with Holy Shield. By the turret Holy Shield rather.
Yeah, they're still going to lose all their second tier turret actually. And up top there, they've made sure that holy shield is popped. So right now, they should just go back to clearing the waves and wait for the next lord. Just try and take as little fight as possible, and this might actually go in favor of Team Solo Q. Because guys, look at the Q board.
16-9. That's the aspect ratio that I'm actually
Mm-hmm.
streaming this game on right now, guys, in case you were wondering. And Flames trying to make a move though. Vengeance able to dodge the Searing Torrents. That's a good move actually. The CC and the pushback on that skill alone. Dracula, as the name suggests, Dragon Breath. And of course the assassin himself, Vlad Tepes. If you spell the name backwards, it's Alucard. And that's the name of a hero in this game actually. For Tom Riddle in that mid lane. Just making sure he disturbs those waves and melt them. But 48 seconds onto that Lord, man.
Yeah, quite a bit of blood though. I believe for the OG ones will be the one to confirm this. Me, I just heard stories. Alucard was actually called Dante before, and he looked a lot like the normal Dante that we all know from Devil May Cry, with the red what they call that stuff, that the red coat and everything. Okay, because of blood comes out, but Rona was able to flicker out. That's a lot of damage onto him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
But that is the Vexana being out of commission for a while. It goes into the base to heal up. Yeah, the damage from, let me see this Valère build. What is going on? Valère has brute force blade plate. Oh my, this is new. But yeah, the brute force blade breastplate is actually, oh my god, I was about to bite myself there. The brute force breastplate is actually understandable because not only does it give you extra movement speed, it also gives you increased damage and resilience. That is, when you are CC'd, is like having your very own hunters tough boots,
Yeah.
like having your own tough boots. The CC that will also be reduced. That's what resilience does. So yeah, I'm liking this build. Then he went for glowing wand almost immediately. Then ice queen 1 4 that's slow. You should be careful. Yep, guard and oh, he flickered.
Of course now, Vengeance Flames, man. The CC
Dracula.
remover.
Wow, what is this guy on? That's actually very cool, man.
Yeah.
All right, the Lord is marching now. Let's see if TSQ will be able to uh, penetrate into the base or probably even end the game right here and we'll be going to game three. Or will Puppies be able to defend and show why they are one of the top teams in ML Hall?
Well, definitely this one's gonna be highlighted if Puppies do lose this game. But still, Kirito is already cooking the meme wherever he is right now. The inhibitor up top because of blood connecting onto two and the flop right for the follow up Brodwa. Immobilized and taken down and now double KO for Bludgeon. Maybe a triple. The base is wide open. Team solo kill against all odds. They see the funny soaring. That doesn't matter. Flame fall. They take down the funny and they take the base. We don't care about the funny because that is irrelevant to our victory. Unbelievable.
Relevant victory indeed, bro. Relevant to our victory indeed. And contrary to what we all think, we thought the Moscow was going to be a more of a problem for the Fanny, but it turns out it was the Ixia all along. Guy, I'm kind of forced to believe that that first game was just them testing the waters, and this Ixia is actually Bludgeon's comfort pick because this guy, the way he played on this stuff, avoiding the Fanny, avoiding the Alice, avoiding the flames, avoiding flames on the Kaja, even avoiding the Vexana as well. How did he manage to pull that off?
Ah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Blowjohn, you know, when he first picked the Ixia over the Moskov, I was like, okay, on the Moskov you had the mobility and it was difficult escaping the Fanny. Now you have the Ixia that don't have any single mobility skills except obviously her passive, the Salom Siphon. It does give her a little bit of mobility, but that's just speed boost, and not really a dash or a blink. And I was concerned, but the man has settled my concerns here. MPP 12.6, 12.19 for the KDA, 12.6 for the KDA. Wow, this man, I mean, 12.6, 12.6. What do you know?
Yeah, what do you know indeed? What do you know indeed? I'm guessing Puppies will be banning out the Ixia in the next game, or they might also want to, know, throw it in there like TSQ did and say, okay, you know what? We dare you to pick that Ixia again. Guy, TSQ, they dare you to pick that funny again. Puppies fell for it, and against all odds. In fact, everyone, I'm pretty sure everyone was right behind Puppies draft that, oh, they are probably going to win this again. But four tanks, or three rather, three tanks was the answer to that final.
Let's see how this goes, man. By the way, guys, we have not seen a single pause since tonight's game started. Wow, seems like network is really smiling on us tonight. I don't want to jinx it because I know now that I talked about it now, we might be seeing pause from now on. But inshallah, we won't see pause.
Yeah, the pause. This is going to be the last game, anyways. Even if
Yeah.
we have a pause, it is very much welcome because these guys have given us something amazing to watch this night. Guy, Ascension series, man. Guy, these games are peak, bro. These games are peak. We saw D12 do it 2 days ago. Now TSQ are doing it now. They are shutting puppies up.
Please give the ref the cue to start, Fisayo. Thank you. Of course, D12 and TSQ. That's one thing about teams that you don't know a lot about. It's something that you have to really think about. When you're facing a team that you don't know a lot about, you also have to be careful. Don't get overconfident, don't get complacent. And well, at this point, I think we can all agree that the Fanny isn't exactly a concern for TSQ anymore, because we saw that the Fanny got silver in the last game. That's a far cry from the performance that we saw in the first game. And now we go for the final BO3, the final game for tonight, the final game of the series. And of course, well, let's see if Team Solo Q can make a statement tonight. And let's see if Puppies will be the subject of Kirito's template.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what that guy will cook up again. I'm pretty sure ideas are running through his head right now. Should that guy get job, Sha? Hopefully he has a job, because the ideas are swarming in his head right now. Now only, I'm sorry, Kirito, now only on people they get that kind of idea, like different ideas will just they come your head, things like that you get. But anyways, yeah, I really love man, I really love your work. Just kidding. Yep, Poppy is still banning out that Eudora. They said, F you, man. We don't, F you, woman, rather. We don't want you here. TSQ2 still going for that Hirara ban. They don't want that.
We'll be
We, sh-
seeing.
we were expecting Fanny, but they said, no, yep, Poppy is banning that X. Yeah, to be expected, isn't it, Black?
It's wild how Puppies are the ones respecting TSQ before they even respect them with their own Fanny ban. It's guys, I don't even know what the Ascension series is because it's truly the Ascension series. we see arguably one of the top five teams in ML Hub respecting. Okay, yeah, finally we get to see the funny ban. Okay, I think I'll just hold off on what I'm saying there. Yeah, yeah, I'll hold off on what I'm saying there. Respect bans on both sides. Ixia and Fanny takedown.
Who did the respecting first?
Puppies did actually.
Exactly. So if Puppies hadn't banned the Ixia, I'm pretty sure TSQ2 wouldn't have banned that
Fanny.
Fanny. But anyways, we are going. This is going to be the last ban, and we are going to be seeing the picks right now. Guy, I'm very excited. No Ixia, no Fanny. What do we go for?
Marcel.
Oh, shit. How did this even get through? How? The glue is still open though.
I was kind of
We
expecting
might
Brainy.
see, yeah, we might see Ashen going for that glue again because the glue has really worked for them. Oh my god, this actually got through again.
Hmm.
Two heroes that we haven't been played much. I don't think we've seen the Marcel at all. At least we've seen the Belen being played, and he has a pretty decent win rate. Oh,
Since
hmm.
Roku,
TSQ with this their double.
Kilo
Yeah, TSQ
D,
did their double tank line. Come on. There are true damage heroes are still on the board.
Kilo D, TSQ. Ah, double tank lineup. Of course, Valentina is gonna give a lot of value there because you have the cost of blood, you have the wrath of Dryad coupled there. If you add things up with the golden hour, you know that you're gonna get a lot of value for that one. And Kyo going for the Claude. And now we get to see the fact that they did not ban the Valer is also concerning on my end because the Valer was a bigger issue for them, but they do go for the Alpha. I feel like that was a golden opportunity to lock down the Vallejo. Do you think so, Fisayo?
Yeah, I think so too because that Valet, the value that it gave them in that last match. If I was the one giving the rating, I would have given that Valet the MVP instead and not the Ixia. But of course, MLBB places more emphasis on the kills that you get and things like that because what that Valet was doing in that match was almost unquantifiable. He was the one dishing out the slow, dishing out the anti-heal, making sure that whatever skill that the side of puppies are using, especially Shiro, we saw what happened in the previous match. Now, yeah, pretty sorry I've forgotten who played that the Alice there, but the Alice actually had the full combo of a Eudora, a fair Eudora for that matter, and still, survived for a little while and only got taken out because two other people were also attacking her. So you know that the value of that Valer in that match was unquantifiable. But for the bands, for the second phase of the band right now, very funny. They are now the TSK are now the ones banning. Oh, they picked their jungler because they banned the Nolan who got the MVP in the first match and they banned the Ling as well. We saw a Ling yesterday on Kryzen, right, Black?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We saw the Ling, we saw the Ling as well yesterday. Oh, Hanabi. Nope, they go for Dracula. Dracula goes for Vexana instead, which was played by Rono in the last match actually. But do you think it is wise giving this much ultimate to puppies?
I don't think you know it's wise to answer your question because Valentina, the more utility ultimate you use on your team, the more value you give to the IMU on the Valentina, and also the Hanabi might not give a lot of value in this game because don't forget the Marcel's ultimate is actually not just his ultimate, his passive as well. Those CC are not below control immunity. You will get CC'd even if you are control immune with the golden hour. You will get CC'd if you are hit by his passive or with the framed moment or with the tracking shot. You will get CC'd even if you are control immune. So you need to take that into account. Of course, Bloodjohn understands that and is hovering over the tricks. But actually for the follow-up of the course of blood, because he do knows that he don't know, you'll get more value for that there. But then also on the Hanabi and the Camilla also works well too. They also have good synergy also with the the Belric. But then hey, most drafter you grinding towards Fisayo. What do you think?
Yeah, right now I think the side of TSQ they have almost everything covered from damage to CC and control and also sustain as well because Tom Riddle on this alpha. I don't think we've seen an alpha in a long while, so I really want to see how this goes. But there's something we always talked about here. You don't play a jungler that needs to get close against a Marcel. We've seen who was it again? Play was it the Roger into a Marcel and he got shot down real hard. We all know the Alpha, though the tankier than the Roger, but still, if you get jumped on by the Esmer, the Houston Sheen, the Valentina, the Claude, you're definitely not surviving that. The force swing is definitely not going to give you enough sustain to go over that. So puppies for me.
Honestly, I want to say puppies too, but guy, when I see the Camilla, when I see the Vexana, when I see the Beatrix, oh boy, the synergy is crazy. The AOE is plenty. Watimagbo, if they execute it well, TSQ have a better potential when it comes to those team fights. But hey, puppies, please don't be the subject of Kirito memes tonight. Let us see what you guys can do. You guys started out well, finish what you started.
Yeah, Black, the way you said that, I almost thought you wanted to drop in a caster and being a hype man. What, you know? But yeah, anyways, the game has started, guys. Mid Prio. All right. From the start, they're already fighting. And no, you don't want to fight an alpha this early, especially when he has his level 2. Bro is going to just dog walk you.
Dog walk is the walk, man. But speaking of up top, Kyo playing it safe against Bludgeon. I think he's already established who the better good laner is. And back there, onto that mid lane where we just actually back to the mid lane because Bludgeon, wow, he switches over to Wesker. He was thinking that the Marcel was gonna come through flames. He was waiting for you. But yeah, it just playing it safe and everybody's just doing farming simulation.
Yeah, family simulation. Yeah, but yeah, the Claude is not going to beat the Matrix in this early first blood onto Tom Riddle. Yeah, we talked about this. You don't exactly play someone that has to get close against the Marcel. Flame is going to have a very good time here.
That's for sure. And now they target Bludgeon because they understand that if you shut down Bludgeon early, you can potentially lessen your problems in the late games, especially when it comes to those follow-ups quality. But look at Dracula in the mid lane there. Ooh, look at the damage on the blood floods being dealt to him. Damn. This YSS is definitely something to look out for. He doesn't have the funny, but the YSS is still a problem. Tom Riddle again being targeted alongside the spear of Alpha onto 3 with the force swing, but Tom Riddle doesn't still survive. But now they see Sirato Drive onto 3. They still Sirato Drive with the IMU. Renoir steals it away and able to dodge the penetrate with the arcane shade, but the 2-man deadly grasp and the cause blast. And now Martin Shocker already used, and now Bludgeon flickers, but doesn't escape the placing duel and the basic attacks from Kyo. They get 2 for none in their favor, and Flay and Puppies, they might just get a free toss here, Fisayo.
Yeah, we can see the Marcel showing why the Marcel is always banned, and of course, we can see the Marcel also showing why you don't play close range heroes into the Marcel because now he doesn't need to get close to you. He doesn't even he can save his S2 for escape because he doesn't need to get close to you. You will come close to him yourself. But yeah, X Hero is still level 3 right now. I believe the master should be level 4 already. He has his ultimate, so he can start making some golden hour sets. While on the side of TSQ, they still need to wait a while for their own Roma to come online. Man, be careful. Don't face check that bush. Don't face check that bush. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Lord John still managed to escape. Kyo, yeah, Kyo was just waiting there.
Kyo, Bludgeon as well. They might just get some support here from that Alpha. But Hero making sure they don't overdo things. But definitely Val running out soon for the Japanese guy. He goes for it, the stun connect, and now half HP Hero pops out the revitalize and the Bennett's rage. Now the cost of bloods, of course, the golden hour and all the follow up coming through. Tom Riddle falling, and of course, Bludgeon joining him, Dracula as well. Japanese guy gets a double, dodges the out of drive with the traceless and the flicker away, but the Japanese guy falls. Flame falls as well. 2 for 3 in favor of Poppies, but they are not done. They still want to get more onto that mid lane. Yeah, they cleared the waste, man.
Yeah, and it's also crazy to think that this is still the early game and the tanks are dealing this much damage because all their damage dealers are dead. The Alpha was dead, the Vectana was dead, even Bludgeon on the Beatrix was dead, but the Romas, they actually turned that around and give their team a bit of an advantage. So it's going to be a 1v1 with the Marksman right now, and of course, the Claude, as we expected, lost that, but still, Bludgeon on that Wesker, just camping, waiting for whoever is going to walk into that bush and is going to blast them in the face with that shotgun.
5 seconds. Oh, bad spot to be in. Dracula was able to CC them, CC the chain, but bad spot. I did say Dracula able to survive though. Japanese guy pushing that one a bit too much, giving the double over to Dracula. And man, free thought to Kyo. Will he let him get it though? The Valentina already having the course of blood from the Camilla, stealing away with the IMU, but that doesn't matter because Total giving over easily to the side of TSQ. Meanwhile, down bottom, Shiro is not able to push that turret right there. They are playing it pretty safe, but TSQ so far are holding their own.
Yep, holding their own indeed. At least it is a far cry from the first game where the puppies were just being dominant, and we can see Ronoa getting that cost of blood for himself. So we should be expecting a set from him to right now. Nope, he doesn't use it yet. Flames, a bit of an extension there. X Hero is here right now. They have 4 people up top, but the side of Puppies, they only have 3, while the rest are just down there trying to get some advantage for their team. We can see Shiro cutting the lanes right now, and that turret is definitely gone. Yeah, that turret is gone. While TSQ, they trade for nothing on the map.
TSQ is definitely going to lock in if they want to keep up with this performance because Flame seems to have everywhere checked. It goes for the double CC, but the follow-up's a bit slow. Kyo and Ronoa back there keeping their distance. 50 seconds though onto that next auto. Japanese guy looking for an opening. He does have that mountain shocker, and maybe use it soon because there you go in Ronoa. That's a good chance for the cost of blood, but doesn't use his spell of fine. He gets busted down. The cost of blood onto 2. Where's the follow-up? Golden time. They're stunned, and a 3-man knockoff for the follow-up. There's Riddle falling, and maybe a double because Hero Knight's in a bad spot. He's trying to get away with the bloodbath, but can't. Kyo doesn't let him. Now Bludgeon joins the fray, but that team fight settles just as fast as it began.
That's 2 for 1.
Maybe not. Maybe Bludgeon is defending Ronoa's Dracula's exit rather, and the man will recall.
Yeah, that fight right there was just very well fought from Puppies. They had the formation that the side of I don't even know why TSQ even took that when they were not complete. But the side of TSQ, they had members missing. Okay, they might be trying to jump on Bludgeon here, trying to reduce his advantage so that it won't be a menace in the late game. And they are still going. They should be careful though. Flames, they don't know if Flames has the golden hour. It doesn't, but they may not know that because calculating the ultimate, in the heat of the moment is something that is not very easy. But yeah, while we were saying that, the Japanese guy YSS just took out that turtle. I think that was 2 turtles to them and 1 to TSQ. And all the while, okay, there seems to be an engage right here. X-Hero by extending a bit, and of course he will get taken down. The blood floods. Oh no, he actually managed to survive without revitalize. Okay, Blazing Duat into the back line. Believe he should be careful though. Okay, that's double kill. Nope, mega kill actually. Got one. Valentina also got one, and they are jumping on Ashen right now. Yep, Ashen gets executed. Tom Riddle, be careful, man. Just going. Okay, the Valentina seems to be a very good target for him. The Spear of Alpha jumps on the Valentina, but the Valentina is going to use her dashes to get out of there. Yep, of course, he managed to take him out, but he also died in the end. At what cost, man? At what cost?
At the cost of losing their top lane turret, the tier 2, Kyo pushing it through. But that mid lane though, the Flames is just positioned there. Down bottom, the Japanese guy, they want to make sure they take the turrets and clear their waves and keep their waves in check. And I don't know, man. So far, Puppies have been pretty locked in. They are really intentional about this one. 5k goal difference here, 12-7 when it comes to the kills. And of course, almost level 14. 3 level difference between both junglers. You can start to feel the difference when it comes to that team fight that Tom Brady was in just now. The level is starting to tell. Now Hero, oh, 1v3, might be a pass, but they're not gonna let him get away. The frame movement, and of course the tracking shot. The cost of blood used up already, and the burst come from the Japanese guy after drop down to one. The purify comes through from Shiro, and Roronoa falls. Shiro was lucky, but Roronoa wasn't. Blood almost spawning, and if there's anything they can do, they have to make sure they don't lose their jungler just now. Ashen, the Wrath of Drat stolen away, but that will be used up, and just like that, the Lord dance will start.
Yep, I don't think they can take this fight right now because look at the level difference, man. YSS is on level 14. There's two whole levels, Tom Riddle. Oh, the side of the spam for a recall and they got it. Black, you freaking jinxed it, man.
Yep, I knew. Immediately I called it out that there hasn't been a pause. I knew that, okay, yeah, it's a matter of time. It's definitely gonna happen. And well, let's hope that it doesn't last that long, because I'm pretty sure everyone is looking to see how this ends. Will Poppies let TSQ win them in a 2-0 reverse sweep, or will they take it 2-0? All right, 2-1 rather, 2-1, because technically it's 1-1 right now. So yeah, it's like so far, the double purify seems to be working out well for Shiro. He does have one death alone, so yeah, that seems to be working out pretty well. As well as Q as well. Q doesn't have any death, so I think purify is the meta counter for the double tank lineup that TSQ seems to have cooked for Poppies.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? If we are looking at the composition, we know that TSQ they want X Hero on this Camilla to come in first. You get whoever it is that they can get with that cost of blood because that cost of blood not only does it link people together, it also immobilizes them whenever the sequence is complete. So sometimes even I don't even go for linking a lot of people together. As long as I say, okay, this person is trying to escape, I can use my cost of blood to immobilize them. That few seconds that you immobilize them, your teammates can catch up and also finish them as well. But if the side of Poppies they see X Hero on this Camilla, if they see him coming in, they will want to more or less retreat. And while you are retreating, it's a sort of human thing. Even in real life, it kind of happens where if you guys are running towards a certain direction, there's a particular chance that you're going to be grouped up together. You get so those kind of things happen a lot. So while it's coming in, they can just drop the skill or use the bloodbath to catch whoever it is that you want to catch before he uses that cost of blood. But for some reason, TSQ has prior on this lord.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And of course, yeah, and of course they got it. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, they got it, man. That's crazy, man. I mean, they had already used that first time to think about, oh, look at it, man. The follow up there. And Drato Drad already used up. Well, Puppies, what are they up to? They know they didn't take that load and the siege will be against them, but they are trying to force a team fight in the mid lane. I don't know if that's a good call.
Yeah, definitely not. I'm guessing they're just trying to get the side of TSQ to use some of their main skills or some of their ultimates so that defending will be or the next impact is going to be a lot easier for them. But TSQ, I didn't know that the safety of the turret they didn't fall for that, and yeah, the Lord will be pushing down bot. They have sent Shiro down there to try and minimize the stuff while they will focus on this mid lane turret.
Mm. I'm really hoping. I was really wishing that Brainy would actually play, but well, looks like Flames decided to take his stead here, and yeah, Tier 1 down bottom though, is being pressured by that Lord, and they're looking for a perfect opening. Spell of Alpha used in the wrong direction. I don't know what Riddle was up to there, or what he saw, but Shiro. They have that Purify ready, but Kyo's Purify is on that cooldown though, and they stayed away the cost of the blood. And Flames trying his best to hold down that Lord. Meanwhile, the mid lane spell of Alpha connects us to the other side, and now the cost of Blood used up. 1v3, that's a basketball, the Purify used up by Shiro to get away from there. 3-man Cause of Blood in a counter engage in the golden time. Golden hour rather. Committed placing the way as well. Bludgeon falls, and now Japanese guy is unstoppable, gets a double. Japanese guy, Kyo gets shut down. That's a good call. You have to pull back right now. TSQ somehow they give Japanese guy a triple kill in a counter engagement that worked out well, man.
Yeah, but they still lost those inhibitor turrets. But of course, they will convert that into a mid turret right now, which is value for them as well because now they have more access into the jungle of TSQ, and the invades are only going to get worse going forward.
They're only going to get worse, man. Flames. Of course, the Roma has to give vision here. He has to make sure that they have enough eyes on the map. Mid lane, they go through, and now they go for the invade as well. They get the buff though. The buff comes out, and now Shiro, he's the one out there, and Flames is back there. I don't know how that works. The EXP laner in front, the Roma in the back, and mid lane though Bludgeon. I'm walking into this trap though. Shiro. Bludgeon has to be careful with his positioning though, because man, 1 golden hour is enough for them to finish things off. And now the Lord already at 10 seconds, make that 9, make that 8, and a bad positioning now for Riddle. It might come for him because he's the jungler. They're gonna need his retribution soon. But meanwhile, onto that Lord area, the Cause of Blood stolen away by Runo. They're waiting for a perfect chance. They are clustered enough, and now Arcane Shade over. Mountain Shocker committed. Half HP, revitalized, popped and beat it out. And Shiro, Poppies might be going for a flank strategy here. Kyo already melted out that Lord. Shiro in a bad spot. Rather Drag will miss. Retribution commits though. And now Dracula at the burst from the penetrate. Shiro falls. Cause of Blood connects onto no one. And now Hero doesn't have that Cause of Blood anymore. But Roma still has his. He goes in with the Cause of Blood connecting onto 2 and the full over the blazing to win. And of course, Flames is quick, but he still survives with Dracula doesn't. And now Bludgeon is able to go for a passport. Tom Riddle, half HP Hero jumps in, and now the golden hour for Flames in a timely manner will catch them off guard. The blood flows from Japanese guy, catches them in the backline again. Japanese guy with the double. Oh my goodness, they go for the mid lane push, and no, Poppies will say to TSQ, this is not solo queue, this is a tournament where all the team performance matters. And the Dryad connects, but now Ashen is the only man standing, the Lord base open, and now they can do anything about it. Team solo queue will be sent to the solo queues.
Yeah. What do you mean they will send to the solo queues? Well, anyways, Poppies wasted no time ending that page. Immediately they got access to it. I mean, they've seen a glimpse of what could happen if they go for a full-on 5v5, but thanks to the YSS, they were able to turn most of those team fights around with that insane damage coming from the guy right there. He was so very farm, so very ahead of everyone, and he was just busting everyone down. Kyo as well. Bro is already full build. So the damage coming from them, he was, I think it was the one who melted X Hero and made him almost useless in that last fight. So yeah, this is just very well played, although not as one-sided as the first game, and yeah, still a very interesting game overall from both sides.
Honestly, at this point, you gotta admire Poppies for their resilience. Despite what Game 2 showed them, they still hang in there, they still pull through. And TSQ, well, it's one thing for the strategy to work out well, it's another thing for you to repeat that same strategy. Of course, you expect your opponents to adapt. Shiro going with the Purify, Kyo going with the Purify, that worked out really well for their side. You can see their death rate very low, 1 and 2 deaths. That helped them out. But then hey, don't take anything from CSQ. They also tried their best to hang in there. Poppies were just the better team tonight.
Yeah, Poppies were the better team indeed, and they played that really well. The second game must have come out as a bit of surprise for them, so they kind of went all out in the last game. Because the fact that the Marcel was or is rather a pick that messes up team composition like crazy. It's more or less like what's this Akai? It's more or less like Akai. You have a particular set in your mind. You think, oh, this thing has been successful already. Then one lanky guy just comes in with his camera and locks you down. Even when you have CC immunity, you just get frozen in the moment. Then coupled with the golden hour as well, and before you know it, the team has caught up and the follow up is already there. Then you're dead. So yeah, I feel like the Marcel was the winning condition for the.
Mm-hmm. Mm. It seems like we lost Fisayo there for a sec. Then looking over the stats one more time. Performance wise, man, T5 participation goes to the Vexan, of course, on the other side. 90% Team 5 participation, same as Hero. Lots of Team 5 participation, but still not enough to take the match. A lot of factors have to come together for that to happen. But then that's going to be everything we've got for you guys tonight. 3 games for the best of 3, Poppies and TSQ. 2 games for the first best of 3, Deadlock and Driftline. That ended in a 2-0. This is a 2-1 in favor of Poppies. But with that being said, final words for Sayo before we go to bed.
Well, GG's guys, that was a very good game, and thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for watching. I hope we'll see you tomorrow, and of course, GG's to all the teams as well. Kirito, good thing puppies, but I'm still sure the guy will still cook something for that second game, honestly. But yeah, but what else? What else is there? Well, good night, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys. Good luck in your rankings. And remember, Team Solo Q might just run into you. So be careful out there, okay?